Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hardly Heroes. How are my two oldest players doing today?
Wait, no, that's not true, right? Jamie's older than Muton.
I've been playing with both of you for longer than anyone else.
Yeah.
A long time, yeah.
Yeah. It's been years now.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't even know. I mean...
It's been like 6 or 7 years, yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's mad.
Yeah, Nick, you started about 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's got to be at least 10 years, I think.
Almost.
Well, I'm
10.
doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life's okay.
It's been a little while since we've played Hardly Heroes. Jan isn't here, so let's indulge the community a little bit. It's been too long. We actually missed a session last week, which is very sad. But
first time in a long time.
We've done really well up
First
to that
time in
point.
over
We're catching back up now. I know that some shenanigans have gone on behind the scenes with our cleric of Malchus. So
we have like
Jamie.
4, which sucks because we have like 4 Dicey with Death episodes.
Dice Lock,
yeah, sorry. Dice Lock episodes. Like they're ready, but we're not releasing it yet. So we technically did miss a session, but we have it in the future. So
yeah, the media and overlays for all of those we just got to see yesterday, and I don't know how far they are from being done, but they look really close. So
yeah, cool.
There should be.
But do we have like a logo and stuff though?
I think Physics and Pierre are figuring it out.
Yeah, were you here when we were reviewing the overlays?
No. Yeah, no, I remember the overlays, but I'm saying like a logo for the campaign and stuff. We need more than just overlays, right?
Well, I have a hastily thrown together half AI, half Photoshop logo that I've been using, which is cheesy. Here, let me share it with you guys. Where's Discord? Here you go. Hardly Heroes Cast. Yeah, I've probably shared this with you already. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
For those of you which is all of you who can't see it, it's just the word dice lock in the Pokemon text with the O on the lock being a D20, but it's got the red-white Pokemon ball thing going for it.
I mean, ship it. That was pretty good, yeah. Wow, Neil.
That's
nice
good.
work.
Oh, thank you.
Someone called Blake and tell him he's out of a job, which...
He is.
He is, technically.
Yeah. Well, I think he could possibly be dead or something, right? Because
I've spoke to him since. He's just...
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, has he got like a professional gig?
He's got like a real life job now, and I think he's
He moved on, he graduated, and he left us behind.
Happens.
Well, I hope he's still doing artwork because he's a really talented individual.
He is, I think, yeah.
That's good. Okay. Good. Well, this is a note for physics here. I guess you can decide whether to keep that or cut it. Because that went on longer than I expected. But what are you going to do?
Okay. Well, party.
Yes.
Let's do it. Where last we left, according to my calendar, you have just done the tailor shop break-in, and then you realized, oh no, they're protected, and then you put everything back, and everything was cool. And you killed the other people, the sticky fingers. I think you let one
Did we
go.
Kill them all?
I think you let one escape somehow.
We let one go, yeah.
Yeah. And
have we told the guy who was wronged by the sticky fingers? I believe we had that conversation, didn't we? And he like thanked us, or that might have been just after we told him that we were going to do it.
I'm pretty sure we told him.
Okay, yeah.
The
we
tailor?
Then no, the guy who in our neighborhood was fucked by him.
Oh, right. If you haven't already told him, you can tell him. If there's a specific role playing thing you want to do with it, you can. But otherwise, you can be like,
no, it's all right.
The job is done. They're never coming back. Oh yeah, he's super grateful. I do think we actually played that out. It's been so long.
I feel so. Yeah, I think we did. Okay, so we're kicking back in the lair, watching the dwarves like usual. I'm imagining the opening scene of like a sitcom. There's the canned laughter and it pans to the living room. And like Luther's kicked back on the stool with his feet on the bar. Pigeons like sharpening his daggers on the sofa or like hunched over. Eraser's looking depressed with a drink. Sierra's like longingly looking out the window, and then there's just dwarves like marching.
It's very close. The actual thing, it's the two of you doing exactly what you said. Sierra's not here. He's out with Lemon having a good time. And Eraser is hunched over the table in the living room, coming up really quick, being like, all right, guys, I got a new heist plan. All right, I got it. We're going to fucking do it. Okay, it's going to be fucking awesome. See, we're going to get the inner city. All right. And the reason no one gets the inner city, everyone's fucking afraid of it. I don't think it's that well defended. I think we climb those goddamn walls in the middle of the fucking night, and then we're in the inner city. And hold on. All right. And then on the inside, the guardhouse, we could just fucking take the guardhouse, and then the doors can open, right? And they'll never see it coming. And then boom, we open the doors. We flood in all the pitmen through the streets. We bring in, all the people. We just flood the inner city with a whole bunch of fucking peasants. They're not going to know what's going on. We're going to have at least an hour of free reign and total chaos to take whatever the hell we want. And then if anyone gets caught, it's going to be the fucking peasants who are just running through the streets. We just got to hit them in the night. We got to get the whole city around us. And then we're just going to get them. Why aren't you guys excited?
Look at Pigeon with a shocked look on my face.
It's just a lot to process, boss.
Yeah. I mean, we could definitely use some refinements, but I think it's a really good idea. I think.
Do you know what we need? We need a target first, though. Like when the chaos unfolds, we can't just be looting random shops. Like we need to be going somewhere specific.
We gotta know who we're gonna hit.
It's a good idea. Yeah. It's got to get much more specific. We gotta get the details down. We gotta get the details,
and then we look for a target.
Because
if we can climb it once, we can climb it again.
Yeah.
Once, well, no, because the climbing, that's the risky part, right? But once me and Pidge, we had a girl, and we robbed her family in the end, but she worked in the inner city, but, she came back out here at night. We got to find someone like that.
Yeah, we got to
pay them and get them to help us locate the target.
You know what? We have a girl.
Door unlocked.
We already have a girl. Right? When it already worked once. It worked once. We had Lemon, right? And that's exactly what we did. She went to a ball. She found a prince. She fucked the prince. We fucked the prince. Everyone got rich except for the prince who got screwed, right? Why can't we do it again? Why can't we get Lemon to go into the inner city? She'll find some fancy rich dude who's coming out and slumming a little bit. She seduces him. She gets into the city. Easy peasy. We hide under the carriage. We get married. We get Lemon married to a guy in the inner city. Okay, you vibing with me? And then as they're going into the inner city, we cling to the bottom of the carriage. Okay, and then we just roll in underneath everything. No one's gonna be paying any fucking attention, and we'll just cling to the bottom. And then we'll be fucking inside.
Different plan.
That's a better plan, don't you think? This plan's way less risky. We don't have to fucking rally a whole city to any of these things. It's just
That's true.
I don't know how we get out though. I don't know how we get out.
He's lost it.
All right, you think on that.
Okay.
Me and Pigeon are going to talk out some of the details. You stick to the high level.
Yeah. Let me get.
I sort of like motion Pigeon.
Let me get some more ideas
the
here.
Side of the dwarfs.
I'll come whisper to you. He's lost it, man.
He needs to go to sleep. You need to. I'm going to distract him, and then you need to pickpocket the angel dust, the gnome dust.
All right, I'm really good at that.
Yeah. I'll distract him. You pickpocket that, and then I'll distract him with a beer, and we'll try and get him to go to sleep.
All right, you ready, Koibu?
What's the distraction?
So I go and pull up a bottle of vodka or whiskey or something from the shelf or whatever that we keep, and I take down 3 glasses, and I come back and say, "All right, well, here's the next gig," and then I put 3 glasses down on the table.
Brilliant idea. Brilliant. The ancient Eridonians of old. I know this stuff. The ancient Eridonians of old made sure to argue every single thing sober and drunk. Go ahead, make your pickpocket rolls. Yeah, and that way you know if it's a good idea.
I'll pour the drinks. You give the toast.
To the toast, right? The toast to Lemon. She actually kind of sucks. That's not a good toast. Lemon's not a good toast. Your pickpocket, wild miss. You go over and you try and get to it, but he's put it out on the table. And as you're going to kind of swipe it into a pile, he looks at you and catches you moving your hands near. He's like, "Would you like some? You should have some." Yeah. It'll help you figure out what's going on. So, all right. So not to Lemon, but to our success, to Wealth, to Percival. To Goat?
Don't mention them. Don't mention them. Come on.
Fallen brethren, right?
They only died over there.
To the fallen.
To the
See
fallen.
the fucking stain on the wood.
Well, someone's just got to scrub that out. Cheers. Cool.
Cheers.
Yeah. He's a little. He's a little high. He's a little twisted. But this...
Yeah. Can I erase it? Can I get some?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're brothers. We share everything, right? We share money, houses, women, drugs, alcohol, jobs, rewards. This is fucking Brotherhood. It's a fucking Brotherhood, guys, and we are in it together, and it's great. I mean,
right,
aren't these the best days of your life? When was the time that you had more fun than today?
I wander off down the stairs into the lair, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
And then I assume there's dwarves nearby.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere.
And you guys want some gnome dust?
Yeah, make them work hard.
They shake their heads.
Oh, hey, what? What's wrong with these dwarves?
They're working.
My plan has failed. I come back up with the gnome dust. I just put it on the bar counter and I come back to stand.
Put it on a slightly different place. He'll go look.
Tend not to mention it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess it's been a pretty long night though. Maybe we should sleep on it.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. If you keep sleeping, you can't figure out the next step of the plan, okay? And they gotta have water somehow. Their water's gotta come from somewhere. So what if we dig a well, right? And then we just live in that water table and we dig through the water table in the direction of their well, and then we, lasting breath our way all the way through both sides. Bam! Come up in the middle of their wells. They don't even see it coming.
What the hell's lasting breath, boss?
It's a spell, man. It's a magic fucking spell.
You got magic?
No, but there's magic around. We'll find it. You can always find it. Everyone's always complaining about rings of water breathing and how shitty they are, but if we had a couple, it'd be so fucking great.
That's true.
Man, if we had a ring of water breathing, that would be sick.
Maybe we could talk to Barbara Ann and see if we can get one of those.
Fucking brilliant, Pigeon. You're so fucking smart.
With magic items. No one's going to give us a magic item.
No, but we could steal it.
We could steal it.
Yeah.
Do you think they make magic cock rings?
No one's got any.
Limp Dick Emmerich, he's got a ton of magic.
You're going to steal from him. He's on the other side of the world. Or at least the other side of the canal.
I can pick any door.
Now you're starting to sound like him.
But as you guys are saying this stuff, the door swings open, and stepping through it
God.
is none other than Sierra. Except Sierra is his fist is bloodied, his lip is bloodied, and he's dragging someone by the collar who he throws down on the floor in the middle of the room. Your racer snaps over and goes, "Oh shit."
What the fuck? Sierra.
Who's this guy?
Sierra spits a little bit of blood onto the ground and goes, "This fucker took Lemon."
Is this Potato's character?
Wait.
No.
Someone else.
Took Lemon. What?
This fucker, says Sierra right here, was working with another bitch, and they took Lemon.
Where the hell is she?
I don't know. And he won't tell me. He kicks the guy on the ground who groans and clasps his chest a little.
Well, we start taking fingers.
I go over to this guy and grab him by his lapel.
Mm-hmm.
And I hoist him into the air, and then we've got a bar. I throw him out onto the bar, glass goes shattering everywhere. Mm-hmm. So he's laid up at the bar at sort of chest height.
The glass breaks on the bar, falls down behind it. Behind the bar is the staircase down to where the lair is being built, and so you hear some complaints of dwarves, not over the violence that's happening, but over the glass is now in their way. Okay.
I slap him a couple of times, and then there's a piss bucket in the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking throw on his face.
Yeah. The guy says, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
What happened? What the fuck? What's going on?
A woman.
Look at Sierra.
A woman came up to me, says the guy. And Sierra nods. She said she was with the pitman, that if I worked with her, she could give me in. And all I had to do was talk to these people, give them a bit of a distraction. And so I did, and I don't know. That's all I know. I was just hired. I'm not the brains of the operation. I'm not responsible. I don't know anything.
Where was this? I look at Sarah.
Rusty's Hook.
Just now?
Earlier tonight. They showed up 6 hours ago. Came over, talking a bunch of talk. I talked a bunch of talk. We had a nice connection. She said,
recognize her?
Mm-mm. He shakes his head. Never seen her before, but she said she was in, and she looked like she was in.
Maybe she's like a fucking copperhead or something like that.
Why would the pitmen mess with us?
We gotta go over there and talk to Grom or something. Somebody, I mean...
Well, let's go talk to the bartender.
Yeah.
Not Grom, the other one.
Patricia?
No, the one at the Grimy Goblin.
Well, that's not where it happens. She might... I mean, it's probably like a redcoat masquerading or something, right?
Why'd you think that they were in the pitmen?
The woman, she was real friendly with the staff there. They sort of like, they had a vibe, they had a connection. It was clear that, she spoke to the bartender and they didn't change coins. They just knew each other.
You think this is because of the tailor? I say it's a pigeon.
No way. No way. We did everything right there.
What? Wow. What do they want with Lemon?
I shrug. Let's go find out.
Sierra says, what about this guy? He was directly involved in her capture, probably murder, or worse. I know she's not a full-fledged, SEAL team member, but she's one of us, close enough.
How much of a beating has this guy taken? Like, is he on 1 HP or is he?
He's probably half HP.
Oh.
All right. We'll see to him, but not in here.
Is the skeleton pit ready yet? Says Sierra.
That's a good point. No, well, there's no skeletons. But actually, maybe the pit though. Hang on. I go over to the dwarfs. Guys, which of you guys are working on the? How's the skeleton pit coming along?
One of the dwarves looks up at you, shakes his head, and says, "That's the far back of the lair. It's literally the last thing to be built."
I just turn around, disappointed from the dwarves, and I shake my head. It's still not ready. I don't know. This guy looks kind of pathetic, doesn't he, Neil?
Yeah. He looks like one of those ne'er-do-wells who really wants to be in a gang, and then someone's like, come on, join my gang, and then just like left him out to dry.
I think we leave this guy alone.
Were you just drinking in... What happened? You tell me what happened. You were in Rusty's Hook.
I was in Rusty's Hook, yeah.
And what?
I was drinking. I was just checking out the place. And this chick, right? This older chick, 40s, something like that. Foreign accent, she came over.
Accent? Wait. What kind of accent?
Mystrian. She comes on over. She's all, hey, I'm with the pitmen. I need help. That's what you're here for. You want to get in good. I can't promise you anything, but you do what I say, and I'll bring you along with me. I'll take care of you. You just gotta like shut up and follow my lead. And so I shut up and followed her lead because that's it's what you do. It's how you get up in the world. And he starts to like pick himself up off the ground to like a seated position.
And then what? I say, looking at Sierra as well.
Well, she said that we were gonna go talk to this couple upstairs. And we went upstairs and it was these two, and she told me to like at a certain signal go get a special drink from the bartender. And I did. But it wasn't the right one. So then I had to keep him busy as she went and got the other drinks. And then she gave the drinks to these suckers. And, and the drinks kept going. And then the chick, she said she wanted to go outside with Lemon for like some flirty, kissy. And Sierra and I stuck around. We were talking about, bitches and hoes. And I was just trying to, keep them distracted. And then she just didn't come back. She just didn't come back. She just fucking left me there with this guy. And after a couple of hours, he started getting really pissed. He started beating the shit out of me. And Sierra like nods, like approving, like proudly, like, yeah, I beat the fucking shit out of him.
Well, Sierra, what was she saying? You think she's a pitman?
Oh, my head. There was a lot of booze. It's all really blurry. But she seemed to know shit. Like, she really seemed to know things.
Like, know things like about the pitman?
It's just, you talk to someone and you can kind of tell they're an expert on something. Like, the casual way they say things. Like, the nomenclature, when someone like says, oh, they're a thief, you know that they're just a fucking nobody, right? Because no one calls anyone a thief. You might be more specific, a burglar, or a window man, a window washer. You got a whole bunch of other terms. You wouldn't just say thief. This chick, she put it down right, She was smooth. She was easy. She was experienced. She had scars all over her. She was
but why would she want
battle-hardened.
to talk to you? I look at the guy like, what was she asking him about?
Sierra's like, God, it was really vague. And the guy, the beaten man on the ground goes, something about Lord Shacklebrook. She wanted to bring in the crew who did the Shacklebrook job and wanted to bring them into the Pitmen because they did such a good thing. I don't know who the fuck Shacklebrook is. I don't know that name.
Oh shit.
But she was all the folks who did that job are such good, they're so key at everything, and we want to bring them in and recruit them and work with them closer. And then she was flirting with the other girl, and Sierra's nodding like, yeah, she wanted to talk to Lemon about how she seduced him.
We didn't tell anyone about that, did we?
No.
Eraser, who's been tapping his foot anxiously in the corner, goes, I definitely didn't tell anyone about any of this. No. This is coming from somewhere else. There's something else going on here.
Must have told.
There's something happening here. There's people out for us. This is a fucking conspiracy.
Now, right?
That's true. Yeah, they're family now, but they don't know about But they don't know that Lemon seduced him.
Yeah, he must have told him. But he'd have had to tell him something.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh fuck. Wait, but why would they want Lemon? They're obviously blaming her, not us.
I don't know.
So hang on. If this person actually is with the Pitman, that means that they must have. Right, it's their job, right?
Well,
why would they be working for Shacklebrook?
Yeah. I don't know, but I know that we should talk to them. We're on good relations. Let's figure out what they know.
All right, yeah, maybe we should go to the Gremlin.
The woman called herself Zavar Ridge, if that helps.
Oh yeah, you could have mentioned that before. The name.
You didn't ask.
Oh, sorry, yeah. You probably thought I didn't care about that. I slap him for that. That was fucking stupid. That's just cheeky.
Yeah, I give him a nice gut punch.
Oh!
Yeah.
What level is this guy?
Fucking bitch-ass, ne'er-do-wells, wannabe first-level thief is the vibe he's giving off. Maybe he's actually like a fifth-level fighter who's a plant here to stab you in the back when you're not paying attention, but he's giving, like, low-level character vibes.
All right. Don't take this the wrong way. Sierra, you've clearly lost your shit in Rusty's Hook, and you probably want some time here with this fella, so I want you to stay here and look after him. And
I think I was poisoned. Honestly, those drinks.
Wait.
I think. Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy if they poisoned him.
Okay, so you're running a little slow, and boss, you're running a little fast right now, and I think this is a sensitive matter. So why don't you stay here to bounce out a racer, look after this guy. Me and Pigeon will go down to the Gremlin and talk to the bartender there.
I am so ready to talk to the bartender. I am on top of this shit. If the woman's in trouble, I'll be there. I'm never going to leave a man behind. Never again. Never again.
Well, then you can't leave Sierra behind here then. He's poisoned. You gotta look after him. This guy might try and overpower him. You two stay here. Me and Pigeon go to the Gremlin. We'll report back.
Sierra, if I have to... All right. Steel Team 6? Everyone in. Steel Team 6? Steel Team 6?
Okay.
Steel
Team 6.
Okay, Steel Team 6.
Steel Team 6.
Okay. Woo! All right, Sierra. Which of his fingers are we taking first? No. Let's not take the fingers. Let's just pluck his eyebrows out one by one. Yeah.
I leave before that concludes.
Okay. It's late, right? This is 2 a.m. time, maybe even 3 a.m.
I'm not wearing armor. I feel like that's going to give the wrong impression. Because they know we're pissed off, right?
Yeah, I'm not wearing armor, I guess.
We don't want to turn up there looking for a fight.
Yeah. All right, no armor.
Okay.
But you did say short swords?
I'd say my sword, yeah. Because
I got my daggers.
Cool, perfect.
As I close the door behind me, I turn to Pigeon and say, like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Eraser. He's losing it, man.
He's losing it.
Is this the same night as the Taylor thing, Neil, or is this
like 3 days later?
It's going on for 3 days. Holy shit!
Now,
well, this is like the peak, right? There was a little introduction, a couple days of fun, and tonight's like the first bender.
Yeah.
Hear me out. You know, it's you and me. We're always looking up in the world, right? You and me.
Yeah, of course. We're family.
What if we joined, the pitmen?
Join the pitmen? They just tried to fuck us. They just did fuck us.
Well, if they wanted to fuck us, they could have just killed us.
Yeah, well, it's fine, but they clearly don't value us.
All right, well, let's see what they got to say.
Let's see what they've got to say.
Eraser's losing it.
I've had friends go on binges before. He might come down the other side. I'm more worried about what he was saying before all the drugs, to be honest.
Yeah,
this is manageable, but that other shit, that was existential. I don't know about Sarah, though. Do you know what, though? I'm not saying that he didn't have it in him, but he's gone up in my estimation, having seen that he's kicked the shit out of that guy a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Because I didn't know that he had it in him. He's always like groveling for his life and shit, it feels like.
He kicked that guy's ass.
Yeah, I mean, anyone could kick that guy's ass, but at least he did it, you know?
If Grom's giving him spiked drinks, I mean, we can't be drinking there anymore.
Let's not jump to fucking hasty conclusions, all right? That's our local.
That's our watering hole, yeah.
Let's not be fucking crazy, okay?
Yeah, we get to the grimy gremlin. Do they let us in?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's late, right? It's that late hour. And the grimy gremlin, it's still going well. There's people all over the place. I'm just trying to change the background
music. That's a good point,
here.
though, Neil. Like, if this person actually is a pitman, we spent a lot of time in the Gremlin, and we spent a lot of time in Rusty's Hook. So, 40-year-old woman with a Mistrayan accent who's in with the pitmen. I feel like I might recognize this person. Can I roll like my skill, which is, let me check.
Charisma?
I'm pretty sure I have no, I've got a local history, but specifically around the gangs and stuff, right? Inside the Outer City.
Oh.
So you can say it's charisma if you want. It is a charisma skill, so that is what it would be. But I'm just saying that, like, one of my
but
skills was like knowing
a simple
about the city.
21 is not going to be a success here. Go ahead and roll me your skill.
Well, it depends who the person is. I mean, if it was Grom, then you would need less than the 21.
Yes.
Just don't roll low, Nick.
Yeah, just don't roll low. Just roll
life.
well. It's fucking 17 on the check. Yeah, you definitely.
You're looking at 2 there. At least it's not 1. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, you don't recognize this name. You don't recognize the mystery and accent. The people in the grimy gremlin do tend to keep to themselves, and like it's not a socializing joint so much as it is like looking for specific work or just kind of taking in a quiet drink.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe we'd have seen them at Rusty's Hook as well.
You know,
from time to time.
Apparently not.
Maybe not. Yeah. So, who's in? I look for Barbara Ann. I look for Sparky.
Oh,
Obviously,
did you go to?
Fiona's
I thought you said you went to Rusty's Hook. Did you go to Grimy Gremlin?
We went to the Grimy Gremlin. Yeah.
Oh, my mistake. It's the wrong vibe. Hold on. Okay, we head to the Grimy Gremlin. Well, the same bartender is there. Her name is Fiona, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, Fiona. As we're walking over there, I do want to have a conversation with Pigeon and just be like, how do you want to handle this?
I mean, with grace and ease.
You think we like just come out with it?
Yeah.
What, we just say like, we think.
Where the fuck's Lemon?
What did they say in it? Zavar?
Yeah.
Some pitman from Mystria, some old bitch called Zavar, apparently kidnapped our friend, Lemon.
Yeah, why the hell did they do that?
Yeah, what the hell? Okay. I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah, Fiona.
Yeah,
I'm
who
not
else?
nervous.
Okay. There's a couple other people in here that you don't recognize. The only person other than Fiona that you do recognize is that wizard named Malchus.
Malchus.
Who was so excited to get that item from you and then helped negotiate your keep, your lair construction.
As I see Malchus, I have a realization that the dwarves are still there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the pitmen haven't cut all ties with us, otherwise they'd tell the dwarves to go home, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only been
I'm gonna let Luther handle this, and I'm gonna sit back, kind of, and just read lips, Neil.
Okay.
As I walk in, Neil, I look to Fiona. Like, I want to see her reaction when she sees me.
Same as always. She looks at you, does the raised eyebrows of acknowledgement.
Okay.
Stands behind the bar with her, bandolier of daggers. Give me a charisma check. Maybe there's like a subtle thing happening. Another 17. It looks pretty normal.
You're getting the 2s out of the way, though.
I'm getting the 2s out, yeah. I give her a nod then, and as I see Pigeon go and sit down, I actually will first walk over towards Malchus.
Yeah, the wizard who's
Does he
sitting
seem
at a
receptive?
small table by himself sees you coming. He's positioned to face the door to see people who might approach him, and he will kick out a chair in like a have a seat motion.
Yeah, I sit down. How's it going? Them dwarves are yours. They don't stop.
Yep. Things are going well. You find any other oddities?
Nothing that you'd be interested in, not yet. I mean, I'm interested in that kind of thing, but it doesn't come around so often.
Well,
but what about you? I thought you'd be like, you done whatever it is you were going to do?
He shakes his head. No, but everyone needs a rest day. Sometimes it's nice just to have a quiet drink, take in the sights and sounds, let your brain do something else for a moment so it can process in the background.
Yeah, I feel that, yeah. So, what are you doing? You just like, I've not seen you in here. You've been drinking somewhere else?
Been working mostly. Don't come in very often. But tonight's my birthday, so I figured, hey, let's go outside.
Oh, well, happy birthday. Let us buy you a drink.
Thank you.
What are you drinking there? I look at his glass.
Elven wine, he says, with like a slow, like almost doesn't quite want to admit it.
Like he's ashamed.
Not like
That's
yeah, sort of ashamed, but like it's how do you say? It's sort of like a stereotype that like, oh, the wizard drinks elven wine, he, and like he's embodying the stereotype,
Yeah, but he sees that in a negative way, but I don't think Luther does. Like he thinks, like, yeah, of course the wizard's drinking elven wine, like he's a fucking wizard.
Right.
So that doesn't surprise me. Coming right up, I head over to the bar and I give a sort of like, a look to Pigeon as if to say, that seems fine.
I'm reading the other people's lips. There's another table, I'm sure, of people that I'm
honed
in on right now.
There's some other folks that you don't quite recognize in a small cluster, having a quick chit chat.
I go up to Fiona, but you can do that bit first. Sorry.
No, I was going to say that if you're going to do reading lips, I want to segment Nick's conversation and halfway through it, do the reading lips check, and then
100%. I go up to Fiona. I try and not block the view of her from Pigeon's point of view when I'm standing at the bar. And I say, can I get 2 beers and an elven wine for the wizard?
She will pour things out for you. This is all part of your monthly expenses, but the elven wine is 5 gold a glass.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I give her 1 gold and 2 platinum. Is it 2? It's 2 platinum. The platinum is 2 gold. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I give her 1 gold and 2 platinum.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she pours everything for you. You can see the bottle of elven wine. Like, there is a bottle that she is pulling off the shelf, and like it's mostly gone at this point.
Fiona, do you know like a pitman named Zavar?
I know a lot of pitmen. She interrupts you.
Named Zavar. You know, about 40 maybe. Mistrain accent.
I know a lot of pitmen. What do you need?
Well, this particular person claiming to be a pitman apparently just did us over.
And
you know them? Well, what the hell? I thought we were cool.
You are cool. I don't have a problem with you.
So you know them or not?
She got to make herself a little check here. Oh, there. Okay, perfect. Sorry, couldn't find my D10s. She looks at you and says, You said it's a pitman named Zabar.
Zavar, I think.
Zavar. Well, we got 2 options here, Mr. Luther. Either this person who screwed you over really is a pitman, in which case you should tread lightly, because my loyalties do not lie with you. Or this person is not a pitman, and you've been had. Someone's trading on our name, in which case they should be extremely concerned.
I hear what you're saying. Let's say it's the former, all right? I'm not saying I'm going to do anything about it, but I just want to know where we stand. I mean, like I said, you know, Malchus here, he's inviting me out for his birthday. You know, like we're buying him drinks. Like he's, you know, all your dwarves are in my house. Like I got to look at them every morning when I'm having breakfast. What the hell? I mean, we're cool or we're not. I mean, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm not drinking in fucking the Copperhead bar, am I?
Do you think there's some sort of hive mind that we all get together and we list our grievances each and every day and keep each other up to date on everything? No. You gotta grow up, Luther. It's a big world. There's a lot of things moving on. You might be cool with some of us and not cool with others. There might be something that comes up that's business, not personal. Anything could happen. I don't know the details of your issue here, or maybe I do. But what I'm telling you is I'm serving you drinks that you can trust.
I don't know. I mean, Sierra? He said that Grom poisoned him.
She shrugs. I don't know what you want from me.
I just want to know if you know the person, that's all. Are they a pitman or aren't they? Because my next, you know, like how I react to this is going to be different if they're not a pitman, like you said. If they're not a pitman, I'm going to go find them. I'm going to kill them for you because that's fucked up. But if they are a pitman, you probably don't want me looking for them. Like I said, I mean, it's just lemon. I don't really give a fuck.
She bobs her head in like approving, like you've said the right thing here. She nods and says, well, Zavar Ridge is one of our close associates.
Not a pitman.
She's not inner circle, but one step out. She's same rank as me, you could say. It's not quite as delineated as that, but yeah.
I give her a nod, and I'll take my drinks. I first take the beer over to Pigeon, I put it on the table, and then I'll go back and take the drinks over to Malchus.
Mm-hmm.
And I say,
what was that about?
I don't even really know. I think one of your friends has kidnapped one of my friends for some noble guy.
Life's a bitch, isn't it?
Life is a bitch, but I want this. I've got a lot invested in them dwarves, you know? We're cool.
I haven't heard anything to the contrary.
Is there like somewhat? I mean, Are you, like, how are you on the inner? Are you on the inner circle?
He just bought him wine, for God's sakes, Neil.
That's $5.
It's his birthday. He wants to talk.
It cost me 2 platinum.
You know, there's a lot of different organizations out there. Temple Guardians, pretty hierarchical. Copperheads, a couple families come together, you know. Demon Slayers, strict chain of command, meritocracy up and down. Redcoats, bunch of fucking rich kids.
Can't trust them.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Malchus. You know, I've got too much invested with you guys. I thought we were cool. I'm a little bit upset that something like this could happen without you asking me. Well, not you, but you know, someone asking us first, because we would have, if it was choosing between the lair and you guys and the hook versus Lemon, I mean, you could have had her. I think it's a little. What I would like, if it's not too much to ask, and I'll buy you another wine, is just like, could you find out what's going on for me?
He shakes his head. You know, in a lake, there's little fish and there's big fish. And you're not quite a little fish, but you ain't a big fish.
I thought I was talking to a big fish.
Well,
I thought I was
maybe,
hanging out with a big fish on his birthday.
I appreciate it. But the thing is, you don't have enough weight to warrant answering these questions, you know? You're new blood. You've been in here a little bit, strutting around, feeling your oats. More power to you, you know? You're on your way up. But when you start asking questions like this, it's a little above your pay grade. You know, I get you want to know what's behind the curtain.
That's fine, and I don't think you had anything to do with this. At least I hope you didn't. But I'm just saying that, you know, like, ambiguity and not knowing, you know, if people can't weigh the risks of things, that's maybe when silly mistakes get made.
That's
I don't
right.
think any of us want that. So that's why I would just like to know what's going on. Because if what's happened has happened, and I don't know what you know about this, but that girl, yeah, you know, I'm not that arsed about it, but I don't really want to see her boiled alive, which that's the shit that they do down in Cauldron, you know. Have you seen that? I was there the other day. It's fucked up. She's been around the block, but you know, she's too pretty for that. To have her skin melted off like that.
Well, if you think that might be her fate, you might want to hurry down to Cauldron and rescue her. If that's
like
what you think might happen.
You can like teleport me and the kid over there. Come on, I know you're good for it.
You'd end up in the ground.
Oh shit.
Dimensionally transported somewhere else, half flesh, half earth, ripped into pieces. Or maybe, you know, 1,000 feet in the sky and plummet to your death.
No one would do it if that could happen.
It's a careful spell. You gotta prep. You can't just teleport willy-nilly wherever you want. Not unless you're...
That tells me he can't teleport.
Unless you're Ferris himself.
Yeah, it does. Listen, I'm having a really good time talking to you, but this is a bit of an issue for us. I'm gonna have to go back and talk to the kid. But you should come out for another, like, once all this is blown over. You should come to the Gremlin every now and again. It's good to hang out.
I appreciate your honesty. And I appreciate that you were so happy to work with me in the past. If you ever come across anything of interest like that, anything
you
magical...
Don't even need to say it. You don't even need to say it, brother. You're top of that. If I come across anything that even smells magic, I'm coming to you.
Good. He reaches out a hand.
What is today's date?
I shake his hand.
Today is Friday the 5th. Well, it's probably Saturday the 6th in the really AM of May.
And his birthday is apparently the 5th?
Probably the 5th. It would be weird to start celebrating
Friday
your birthday at 2
of
a.m.
May. good.
I go back over to Pigeon.
Actually, I need Pigeon to make me the first read lips check to see if you could follow the conversation between Fiona and Luther.
I wouldn't have given a fuck about his conversation.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get that info at some point
Great.
later.
Give me a separate read lips check for the other people around you then. 32 is fucking killer. Right. So the people next to you at the next table over, there are 4 of them. They're talking about the temple guardians, and they're having a conversation about the where they think all the money is. And they're not certain, but they're doing the round table, like maybe this is where they hide their wealth. Yeah. Maybe this is what they're doing with it. Someone's volunteering that, like, we haven't seen any serious restorations to any of these buildings that aren't like free labor offered up. But they are collecting cash. So like this has got to be going somewhere. One other person's proposing like maybe the temple guardians are actually run by an outside person and it's just like a front and all that money is being taken off to Mystria or something for somebody else. And like the people here are just getting fleeced. And then with that comes a little bit of like, fuck those Mystrians, If that's what's happening, then screw the money. We just can't, we can't let another group of people screw over Eridon like that. And they're getting into like a bit of a nationalistic row over something that's happening there that they can't quite put their fingers on.
Okay.
I go back to Pigeon and I have a concerned look on my face. And I spin my chair around. And I sit on it, like facing the back, like a badass.
Mm-hmm.
So, I reckon this Savov person is real. And she is a pitman. And, they basically told me to suck it up.
Well, then we gotta get Lemon back.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if it's Shacklebrook that's paid the pitman, or Shacklebrook's dad, or whoever, they've done their bit now. We could still maybe get Lemon back.
But what if this is a trap to get us?
But, a trap from Shacklebrook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if this is actually a trap to get us to go after Lemon and then they get us?
It's kind of short-sighted, because what I can't get past is if it was Shacklebrook, right? Why would he want Lemon? Right? Like, he knows that Lemon was just the
probably to get us out
honey trap. But what if it's like, because he seemed cool, no? He told us to write him.
He did, yeah.
What if it's like someone's heard that he was seduced by this chick and then he got kidnapped, and like they think that she was like the one that did it.
And there's 2 options here. One, we write Shacklebrook and ask him what's going on. Or 2, we let Lemon go, because the third option is we go and it's a trap and we all die. I said we write him and see what's up. If Lemon dies, she dies.
If she dies, she dies.
But we can't risk it being a trap and then all of us, getting killed over this.
It's only happened like tonight though, right? Like, even if they'd left right away, they'd still be on the road.
Which is why we would have time to send a note. Or option 4 is we could pay a group to capture Lemon back. We have friends in the pitmen. We could pay them. I'm sure it'd be a hefty amount.
I don't know about that. But, we could maybe catch this person. If not on the way there, maybe on the way back.
I mean, they must have just left tonight.
Either that or they're still here, I say, looking at the back room.
Has anybody come in and out of the back room, Koibu?
No, not in the 20 minutes that you've been here. It's a small bar, and it's pretty quiet tonight. There are technically 2 back rooms. There's the back room that you went in and did all the magic stuff with, and there's another back room that's behind the bar that is like ostensibly for storage and like whatnot, but also these are the pitmen, so like literally any door could be anything. It could be a mimic for all you know.
We should go to the gate, right?
I say
Give
we
some
call
gold
it
to the guard.
audible. Yeah.
Why not? If they pass through.
If they did, we get a horse and we go. We leave a note with the guard, tell a racer what we're doing.
Or we try and catch up with them. Or
Yeah.
what if like, it's like I'm just trying to like game it out, you know. Like if it's not Shacklebrook, what's he gonna do when Lemon turns up?
Probably kill her.
Gonna have to, right?
So let's go. Come on. We don't have time to waste.
I thought you said it could be a trap.
It could be, but as long as it's not all of us and we don't go to Cauldron and we catch them on the way, I think it's fine. I assume their trap would be set for Cauldron.
All right, well, we need to go to the gate anyway. I drink my drink.
You finish your drinks.
We head to the gate.
Pick up, you head out. It's the witching hours, right? All of this kicked off somewhere around like 2 or 3 a.m. Then you walk to the Gremlin, do some stuff. You're heading to the gate. By the time you get to the gate, hours have passed. The sun is beginning to come up.
How far is the ride to Cauldron again, if you're on horse?
If you're on horse, it's 43 miles, which you can do in 1 day on horseback, but it takes 2 days on foot.
No way they would have got there already.
Yeah, but like we're not going to catch up if they're already halfway, right?
Well, it depends if they're going to sleep and we're not. It's only been a few hours since Lemon got taken.
It's been yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we go to the gate.
Guard!
You see like 2 women leaving here, and I hold my hand out. Maybe a few hours ago.
You get here.
One of them,
it's still kind of early, right, in the morning. The gates are closed. They're not open. They've not yet been opened. It's still like the night shift who is hanging out. The day shift will probably be like slowly arriving and switching out at this moment.
Hey!
Good morning, gentlemen. It's a nice sword you got at your side. You're not here to threaten me, are you?
Absolutely not.
We're here to pay you. Are you on night shift or day shift?
Just taking over for the day shift.
Oh, can we speak to one of the people on night shift?
Looks around. Why am I blinking? Rolly, get over here. Some guy trots on over, looking tired as all hell. Rolly, these guys have got some questions about night shift for you. And then he, reaches out for the gold that you've taken. Yeah, offered him.
Gold.
Yep.
Okay, you give him the gold. Yeah.
Rolly looks over at you. He's a young guy. He's like new. He's got that like green recruit vibe. He's early 20s. He's like really cleanly shaven. He's looking like he's putting himself together. Although he's tired, he's like trying to be alert. Like he's still excited about life. He hasn't been worn down yet.
Nice. You see like a girl come through here, maybe with an older woman, maybe some other guys?
Sir, don't you know we don't allow anyone out in the middle of the night? It's not safe. You open those doors, it's a 2-way gate. You should never leave an open gate. Terrible things can come in.
I've lived in this town long enough to know that the guards open the gate for people.
Excuse me? Maybe on the north side, but down here, we're a strict law-abiding society, and them gates, they stay closed.
You got someone who knows like what they're doing? I say to the other guy.
He says, Rolly's up. Rolly's all right. He's a good man.
Listen. I understand, kid. I hand him some. I hand this guy 3 gold.
Oh, thank you so much. He quickly pockets it. As I said, ain't no one come through these gates tonight.
Okay.
You sure?
Are you questioning my honor?
The pitmen probably have a way out.
All right. I guess they're still here then, maybe. Might make sense, right? It happened at night, they leave in the morning.
That's what we would do.
That is what we would do. What if we set out now? Wait for them on the road.
I mean, there's only one road to Cauldron, yeah.
All right, let's go. Come on. We'll go get the horse guy.
We grabbing. We should let Sierra and Eraser sleep it off, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we go and get 2 horses.
All right.
I need to grab my armor. My armor.
Yeah, let's grab our armor and let's tell them.
Yeah.
Because if not, they'll think we went there and died, and then they're gonna do some crazy shit.
Oh shit.
You get back to the house.
Maybe it's a good idea if Eraser comes, because he's not going to be able to get any gnome dust. He was almost out.
That's true. Wake him up. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
You get back to the house. There is Bodkin. He's the guy that was that Sierra dragged over.
Oh,
He's
shit.
tied up to a chair. He's got Lemon's underwear stuffed in his mouth, and that's been like tied around his face. Sierra is passed out on a couch nearby him with like a dagger still in his hand over his chest. This guy doesn't look like he's been too terribly fucked up, actually. And Eraser is passed out underneath a table, one boot on, one boot off, snoring loudly. The dwarves continue to march in and out, hauling bricks and stone and earth.
They're working.
Maybe we should leave a note. What do you think?
Yeah, let's leave a note.
All right, I leave a note, Neil. I write a note and I put it into Eraser's pocket. No, wait, no. I put it into his inside the boot that he's kicked off. So you'll find it in the morning. And I say something like, Lemon kidnapped, going to Cauldron to get her back. Look after the base.
Here. Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting real. I don't know if you guys know Pink Floyd lore, but when Sid Barrett in the early days went off the deep end, and they used to just leave him fucked up in the apartments while they went and played shows with a replacement guitarist. And then they'd come back and be like, yeah, we just went out to the pub. But actually they'd gone and played a tour. I feel like that's what's going on now. We're like leaving Eraser to his drug-addled depression.
Now, do you feel any responsibility for his current state, since you were the one who suggested this as a pick-me-up?
No, he's just going through it. He just needs like 2 weeks and he'll be all right.
All right.
No, this is like working as intended.
This is
okay. This is the medicine working.
This is street medicine.
If he becomes an addict, then that's a problem.
Right.
But
right now, this is still good.
This is just, a high-impact bender event. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
Plus, like, Sierra's like his oldest friend, right? So if anyone can like look after him emotionally, it'll be Sierra.
Okay. Cool.
It's not us. Yeah.
You leave them behind. You head back to the used horse salesman who, same deal as always. You pay full price for the horses. You get money back when you return them. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
From the lair before we leave.
Yeah, grab it.
Of course.
Grab 100 gold.
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh shit.
Cool. You get some gold?
Can I give you one?
No.
Oh, because Eraser's taking money. This motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
I'd take 100 gold.
All right. You get back to the used horse dealer. I can't remember his name right now. He gives you the same deal as always. You get a couple of horses. You ride to the gate. By now, the gates are wide open. People are coming and going. Traffic's flowing through. Guards are searching wagons, coming in and out. They're giving people the berating. As always, the people got to pay to get into the city. You don't got to pay to leave.
I think it'd be nice if we did one. Here's why.
Why?
Because I can be on the back, and we can kind of take shifts of resting.
Huh.
What is your combined weight? That's the only question about getting one horse. You can definitely fit 2 people, but like a horse can only carry so much before it actually becomes beleaguered.
284.
195.
Ooh, so we're 284 is your weight with all your gear?
284.
With my gear, yeah. With
the gear.
Yeah, well, mine's 195 with all my gear.
Okay, so we're looking at like almost 500 pounds, which is too much for the horse, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
2
we
horses.
need 2 horses, yeah.
I like where you're thinking, though, Pigeon. That's a great idea.
Wait, did something change in the character sheet?
Yeah, I updated our character sheets. So instead of having the different subsections, it's now radio buttons. So you can move your gear between your person, your bag, and your animal without having to like retype it and everything.
All right.
It's much easier on gear organization, but it's a little less clear on like what's in my backpack because like, you know, the things can get slightly disarranged. But I like this better.
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Okay, so I've got my. Do you know what? Since it's there, I put my crossbow on the horse as well.
Great.
My light crossbow. Yeah.
Perfect.
I got my rope on the horse. I got torches on the horse. We're gonna need rations. Let's buy like 8 days worth of rations and throw it on the horse.
Great.
How much does rations weigh again, Koibu?
It's 2 pounds per person per day.
Are you putting that on your horse?
8 days, that's 16. Yeah, I'm putting it on my horse.
Okay.
It's just 2 of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe Lemon on the way back, right?
Oh, yeah. That's true.
But also, you can stop and buy rations or steal food from peasants. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Our horse has got it. All right.
Nice.
We keep it going.
All right. You get the money. You get your gear. You put on your armor. Is that what I heard?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get through town. I forgot about the armor. I do need to make a little encounter
I think
check.
what we want to do is ride out fast for like 4 hours, and then one of us goes to sleep while one keeps watch, and then we alternate, like get a 3-hour kip in each and wait for them to pass us.
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah. You ride out onto the road, going as, you know, reasonably as you can push your horses. Neither of you have a horseback riding proficiency, correct?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
That's fine. So you get your horses, you give them a little giddy up, you head down the road about 4 hours, you know, a nice good click until the late morning. You find some shady trees under which to park everything. Nice. Probably like right here where the North Road text is. Tuck off your horses, grab some of your rations and some of your beverages. Now, you boys haven't slept. You're all pretty tired. It's been a long night. You know, it was a long night planning with Eraser and kind of dealing with him and then all this blah, blah, blah. So just to put us in the mindset, it's been an all-nighter for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're sitting on the road
tired.
waiting for Lemon and some 40-year-old chick to come on by.
Yeah, and I'm not under any illusions. Like, if this person is near the inner circle of the pitmen, they are not going to be a pushover in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you concerned that
ready.
they might actually just wipe the floor with you?
I mean, potentially, yeah, but
yeah, potentially.
I think we probably don't expect it to come to blows.
Mm.
I don't know what we do. I don't know that we've got a plan if we actually come up on her.
Well,
other than
would you truly risk your life for Lemon, or if you got knocked down to like 4 HP, would you back out of the fight?
I'd probably fuck off.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely fuck off, or absolutely lay down your life for her?
No. Yeah, we'd fuck off. I'm not dying for Lemon at all.
Okay.
I'm wondering. I see like two things.
Well, it depends. If the person looks like they're bloodied and it's like it's him or me, right? Then I might go for it. But yeah,
especially if they look rich.
But if you're generally losing the battle, you're not gonna. No, you're not giving it all for Lemon.
No. But I wonder two things. Like, one, we're not going to be able to get this person in the city. They're going to know that it was us, and that's going to sour our relationship with the pitmen. On the road out here, there's potential.
The roads are a dangerous place.
Exactly. People go missing. People get eaten by spiders.
Even after you just had a conversation with Fiona about all this stuff, you're not worried that they're going to put one together?
I mean, they could accuse us of it, but they're still.
Do you think they need proof in order to do things?
No.
Not necessarily, but like if the person's dead, they're dead. You know, why burn a good thing necessarily over that?
No, that's absolutely fair.
At no point as well did Fiona say, you know, don't go after her.
She saw it.
How did she phrase that though?
She said it might not go good for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she might have been referring to like this person's dangerous.
Yeah, she left it frustratingly ambiguous, right? She didn't give you a clear, like, do not do this. She just kind of beat around the bush and was like, hey, if this is the case, it could be a dangerous situation for you. Yeah.
The other thing that I'm thinking is if Shacklebrook, the young lad, wanted revenge, I think he'd have come after a racer or one of us.
I agree.
It doesn't make sense to go after Lemon.
It gives me very much like a bodyguard heard this and then said this to somebody about this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, like, you know, maybe someone's done it on his behalf. Like maybe his family have done it. In which case, I only say this because we started this episode with 2 allies for job opportunities, and they were potentially the Pitmen and Shacklebrook. Mm-hmm. So there's a risk to burn both of those bridges here. And I'm just I think we should tread carefully so as to try and not burn them if we don't have to.
That's true.
So I'm wondering if what we could do with Shacklebrook, I wonder if it would be possible to like sneak into his chamber and surprise him and be like, listen, we know you've got Lemon. I understand you've got a save face, but like we're kind of getting done with the city and we're looking for new avenues of work, and actually maybe, you know, where are you at, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it'd be easy to go in with Seer or with Shacklebrook,
and not like have to kill anyone or anything. Just like sneak in and surprise him. I think maybe that's what we should do if we don't run into Lemon. But let's.
Agreed. I think we can sneak into his estate. Just us 2, yes. Yeah. With the whole fucking gang, no, it's way harder. But us 2, it's even better now.
The gang is it's crumbling before our very eyes.
It is.
Why? Why is it crumbling? What caused everything to fall apart? Where can you don't have to have an actual answer, but do either of you have an answer to like what was the beginning of a downward turn?
Well, it has to be it depends how far back you go, but it's Percival wanting to leave.
I would say it was technically Percival, but I think what really brought it on was Helmet. Helmet dying, it felt like cascaded Percival into being like, well, hold on, now like, you know, life is quick. I need to think about what I want. And then Percival started his thing, and then, you know, we had to kill him.
Right. Yeah. So Helmet getting eaten by the mimic is what like is the trigger for the crisis of the. It does make sense though.
That is the kind of thing that might trigger an existential crisis in a man. Is seeing your friend eaten by a wardrobe. It's pretty traumatic, to be fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay. But what I don't want, I mean, we need the lair, right? Like a racer doesn't need the lair.
We need the lair.
Okay.
We do need the lair.
Well, you sit here on the road.
So I sleep for 4 hours.
You take. I think we flip a coin, Moot, so you gets to sleep first.
All right. Higher wins. 1d20.
I actually, before I flip the coin, I say
Moon rolls an 18.
You have got better eyes than me, right? And like, if she's coming, she's probably going to be here this morning.
Yeah, that's true.
I look at your coin.
Well, we haven't flipped it yet.
I flipped mine.
Well, we don't flip 2 coins. Have you ever flipped a coin before? You don't flip 2.
We're rolling a d20 here.
You flick the coin at that point. You kind of agree with me, but then you flick the coin anyway. And
I look at the result.
Nick rolls a 3, Moon rolls an 18.
All right, I'll stay up.
You're a good kid. Okay, I sit down on the tree, Neil. I lean back on the tree, and now, I sort of take my jacket off and I like put it over my head, so I can go to sleep.
Yeah, it's May, so it's still springtime. Nice little nap in the late morning feels great in the springtime underneath a tree. Yeah.
What more does anyone want in life? That's great.
Right. Pigeon, meanwhile, it's your job to watch the fucking road, which, to be honest, is kind of boring. Like, it's just people going, and then sometimes there's literally nothing happen, and you're just watching the grass grow. But you know you know Lemon. If I am not mistaken, you know Lemon very well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
High five, let's go.
It's unlikely that Lemon could walk across your view without you realizing it. But then there's a thing that happens. You see a carriage coming down the road. And you realize that if she's in a carriage, you've got no idea if she's in there or not. Like disguise or otherwise, like anyone could be in that fucking thing.
I wake Luther up for the carriage. How long is it?
It's like 5 minutes away. You know, you can see it.
Oh shit!
There's a carriage.
I reached myself. Oh fuck!
How are we gonna stop it?
Bandits?
You want to act like you want to do the trick? You act like you got hit by the carriage?
Wait, is that a thing? Like get killed by the horse? No.
I got a lasso. I could lasso the horse.
Oh fuck! That's. What if they got guards though? Like what if it's like some
I could
noble
lasso
guy?
the driver.
Shit. What if we pretend one of us is hurt and we need help?
They're not gonna. Would you stop?
Not after fucking Claude. I say,
No.
fingering the belt buckle in my pocket that I stole.
Well, let
from
me
Claude.
lasso the driver off, and the carriage will get fucked up.
That's crazy. You could kill him. I feel like I've got a really strong memory about fucking with carriages, and that this
No,
could go
it's-
terribly, terribly wrong.
It's fine, man. A carriage accident's the best thing we could get.
Let's make a judgment on the last minute, okay?
Okay.
There's not a lot of carriages in the outer city. That's correct, Neil, right?
It's correct-ish. Like sometimes people will travel by carriage, but it's usually through the main avenues. You don't normally get like carriages going around in the core of the outer city, but like through the green zones, you definitely do.
Can I get like a perception check or like a thieves' cant check here on? I want to look if there's any markings on the carriage that would fit anything. Any flags being thrown?
Right. So if there's a flag being waved, you could tell that. But if it's like the actual carriage itself, your only good opportunity would be like as it comes past you. Because right now
Yeah.
you're like looking down at the front. So you'd just have to let it go past you to know. And that's not what you want.
Yeah, all right, fuck it. Lasso the driver, try not to kill them.
We still got like a few. We still got like a few minutes. I look around, Neil. Is there any big rocks nearby?
You're underneath some trees. There's like a
Is there, like, a
stone that's
log?
mostly embedded in the ground.
I don't have time for that. What about like a log that we could like
No.
push?
No.
You forget how strong
No.
Luther is, though.
Luther, can you
Yeah.
get that stone?
Ugh,
No
let's
way
go.
in hell.
What do you mean, Neil?
I mean, it's a large
check.
stone embedded in the ground. Like, it's not like a... If it's a big enough stone to stop a carriage, it's way too big for you to rip out of the earth in 1 minute.
Are there
Says-
okay?
says a
Are
man
there
who is in
trees on either
16
side?
strength.
Are there trees on either side, Neil?
There's trees on your side? Yeah.
And the other?
break the tree in
D20... 14, yes, there's a tree on the other side too.
Okay, I immediately start going to tie a
Oh, shit.
50-foot rope between both of the
No,
trees.
man, you're going to kill the horse.
No, you're not, because the driver passes his perception check and he watches the
Oh.
person go across the middle of the road and like tie a rope from one side to the other, and he reins the horses to a stop
Uh-huh.
Hello.
and then
I yell.
begins to try
Nice
and
work.
turn them around off
Okay,
of
I run.
the road.
I run towards him.
Well, look
You
at-
start running
we-
towards him. The guy starts banging on the side of the wagon, and he starts doing his best to get the horses off the road and get the fuck out of the way. But, you know, carts on the open ground like that, oh, God, they go real slowly on the open ground. There's all sorts of little holes. This is why you need roads, is to drive your carts appropriately. So you
I
start
scream
running
for
after
Lemon.
him.
Lemon, make some noise if you're in there.
Luther, what do you do?
I'm kind of like in panic, but seeing this happening, like I run, I sprint towards the carriage.
You sprint.
I'm going to try and like open the door of the carriage.
Right.
I want you to know that I have my lasso out, so I'm ready to lasso who comes out. That's my goal.
Okay. I'm going to give the carriage driver a
Carriage
vehicle
check.
use check. Let me
It's
see. I got to
easy to
look up what the
become a
vehicle
bandit.
use check is.
It just happens, you know. All it takes is a kidnapping, mistaken identity. Next thing you know, we're bandits.
We're bandits.
What's the difference
Stinky
between a thief and a
bandits.
bandit?
The wet bandits.
The wet bandits, we're back. We're back,
This
Nick.
is- we're bad. No matter what happens, we need to piss on the driver.
The rope was a good
That's-
plan because if he misses the perception check, we get what we want. And if I lasso it, it's a hit or miss. You know, it's a 50. It's like I don't know.
If you
That's a
lasso
hard
the
lasso.
driver, though, like you stop the carriage without killing anyone. But if the horse runs through the rope, does it not like just like fall over and die, and
Good.
like come crashing the carriage down and like killing everyone inside as well.
Well, that's loot. That's booty.
You know, it really does depend on the speed that everything's going, right?
Yeah.
If it's going at breakneck speed like that one incident that almost never happened, then serious problems. But if it's just like a nice little trot, the horse will probably see the ropes and not run through it. You know, that's the nice thing about horses is they ride themselves. That's why you can drink your ass off and then ride your horse home without getting a DUI, because the horse is
That's genius.
You don't actually get DUIs for riding animals drunk, but bicycles and cars, DUIs.
Book your Honda Civic. I have a horse outside. Jamie
Dude, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got an 11 for their wisdom. We have a 13 for their roll. That's a 24 on their carriage driving check, which is a pass, but they're going over extremely rough, favorable terrain. So I think this is going to allow them to turn a wagon around. However, turning a wagon around is a slow process. It is nowhere near as fast as turning a car around.
And I'm sprinting, Neil. Down.
And you guys are running. And they were only a minute away. So I think Pigeon, you're the first
Did the guy get
here.
out who he calls to fucking come out?
No, he was just banging on the side and like making a turn. No one has come out yet.
Okay,
you start running up towards the cart. You're going to be able to make it this round. It's turning.
I'll lasso the driver.
It's coming towards you. Yeah, if it's only done a halfway turn, the driver's flank is exposed to you. Give me an attack roll.
All right.
Lasso's out.
This is a...
He throws it.
11?
Oh, man.
It's an 11.
It could still hit.
That's 2 from your rope use proficiency, 6
That's
from
right.
your...
From my throne, because I have high dex.
Oh, because of your high dex.
He's like an expert lassoer. It's a flank attack as well, Neil. Don't tell me it isn't.
Yes, but it's also a missile attack against someone that's seated. And melee attacks against seated people have a +2 to hit. Missile attacks against seated or kneeling people are a -2 to hit.
But is that the case even when they're up in the air, though?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, so it's a 10. It's a 10.
So it's a 10 is what I'm seeing.
Good
and
hit.
a 10 is a hit unless this person has high dex. So I'm just going to roll 3d6 right now. And if they have
dodge, he's sitting
15, you can dodge it while you're sitting down. You still get your dex. I'm just going to roll this 3d6, and if they got a 15 or higher, it's a miss. Oh, it's a 14.
Ooh, he's mobile, though, this fella.
It's
All right.
so close.
I pin him,
lasso.
so I pull it tight, and then I'm gonna like try and like pull him off, so the reins
That's
kind of.
badass, man.
Give me
I was
a
skeptical about the
strength
lasso,
check.
but
And
like,
beat.
25.
You yoink him off the cart. He like holds on to the reins because he doesn't want to go off the cart. And so you yank him and he like falls out of the chair and is starting to get pulled off. And he's like desperately holding onto the horses, who are now like having their lips pulled back and are freaking out and are like, not raining.
This is the first time I've used it well.
I know you've been carrying it around this whole time, and I
know.
probably give you shit for it all the time, but it's finally coming out good.
Today's the day. That's my
Luther,
turn. Yeah.
you catch up in this situation while Pigeon's got the driver, but the driver's like clinging to the cart.
Well, I'm sprinting to the door of the cavern, and I'm just going to rip it off. Or open if it's locked. If it's locked, I'm going to try and pull it off. If it's not locked, I just open it.
You get to the door. It is not locked.
Okay. I
Here
fling it
comes the
open.
knife.
I gotta
Here
find the
comes
right die
stabby
for this
stab,
roll.
Nick.
You can stab me. I've got enough HP to survive.
I'll
some
tell you, he's not
nobles.
surprised.
That's true.
That's the least interesting roll possible.
Just roll it again then if it's not interesting.
No. We live by the rolls. Sometimes ordinary things are really what makes the game. You know, how many times in Frozen Frontier did the weights on our characters, like, did that
Slow
turn
the
out to
game
be a
down?
fun thing?
Yeah.
Yes, it slowed the game down a lot. You get to the door. It's unlocked. You fling it open, and there inside is a man with a rapier pointed towards the door with a readied attack.
Do I see
And
Lemon? No.
You do not see Lemon. There's like it looks sort of like a husband-wife combo and their child. They're like a 6-year-old daughter. And the man has the rapier, and as you open the door, he thrusts it into you. Natural 17 definitely hits you.
Shit.
3 points of damage as the rapier pierces your armor, jabbing you in the side. Definitely not Lemon, unless she's like tucked in a trunk or stored underneath the cart or maybe on top of the cart, but she's not inside. And no one in here. One woman does look 40-something years old.
There's a child though. Did I might take my whole turn to run up there?
Yeah.
Or am I still on my
Yeah,
action?
you had to run, all the way up to them. But the cart was a minute away, so it took you a minute to run.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I do believe now we roll initiative.
Do we
What do you want me to do with my lasso? What would I roll in here?
You already have them lassoed, so what are you trying to do? Just yank them all the way out of the cart, or?
Like if I wanted to like tie him up.
Well, he's
I just have
still
him lassoed,
holding on.
yeah.
Yeah, he's lassoed, and his arms are pinned to his side, but they're still holding those reins. So you can rip the reins out of his hands. I don't know. You can do all
Would that
sorts
be a
of fun
strength
stuff.
check?
Yeah, you would you'd walk up the lasso, pulling him towards you. You'd get to that, and you just like not snap his fingers off, but like pry his fingers off the reins. But it
Can I
would
just
put you
walk
in
up the
melee.
lasso and then stab him in the hand?
Oh, fuck yeah,
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
totally.
So I'm gonna roll in for like a dagger check.
Okay, so here's our dude, and I need a driver token. I've got so many tokens in Roll20 now that it takes a little while for them to search for anything that I want. I'm starting to reach some limits here. Where is... Oh, I'm just going to grab a random token so this doesn't take too long. This Basinji is going to be our wagon driver.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Luther,
Would you like me to declare my action?
I would love you to declare your action.
Tell me about the inside of the carriage. Is the kid or the woman within grabbing distance?
No, they are on the far side of the carriage. Whether they were
Just
there
go around,
originally
Nick.
or they just like shifted sides while you were running up so that they would be on the safe side.
And is the carriage still moving? The horses are still going.
Yes, the whole thing is like in motion. It's awkward moving. The horses are freaking out and trying to pull.
Wouldn't it be
the guys
going
shouting
the other way now, though? Because I have pulled the guy
right.
towards
So
me successfully.
you
and
were
the
coming
reins
this
get pulled
way.
That way.
They
Yeah.
were getting turned, like he was turning the cart around, and now the
Yeah.
reins are getting pulled off to this side. So if you pull the horses, if you put the reins to the right on a horse and they lay against the left side of the horse's neck, that signals the horse to go left. So if the reins are going to your right, that means the horses should be going to the left. Now, that's not the case because he's also yanking, and yanking is a different signal. I think it's just sort of chaos.
Okay.
They could go in any direction, is what I'm saying.
Sweet.
These people look like they're from the inner city.
They could be. That's a reasonable assumption. Why not?
All right.
All right, Luther, you are the fastest draw in the West. You pull out your short sword. There's the man with the rapier defending his family from the brigands on the road.
Yeah,
He's
I'd
a
like
hero.
to jump into the carriage.
Yeah, that's going to provoke an attack of opportunity as you like move into his threatening space.
Am I not already in his threatening space? He just attacked me.
You open the door, but like if he's guarding a doorway and you like walk through a carriage door while he's seated with his rapier in it, that's definitely provoking an attack of
That's
opportunity.
fair.
Yeah.
But you
I,
got
But if
tons
you get
of
in there, I don't
HP,
think
right?
he's going to be able to attack you anymore.
yeah, I jump in. Neil, let him do it.
He goes for a stab. It's a natural 18. All of a sudden, I need to know what his level is.
Oh,
Because
fuck.
it might crit.
How do you roll so well all the time?
I don't. Most of my NPCs roll like shit, and you just don't notice because you want them to roll like shit. And then every now and then they do good. Sadly, he's only first level, so it's just an 18. What's your AC?
14. Unlucky.
Does not clear by 5. It's just a regular hit. So close. 4 points of damage.
I mean, he got me pretty good, though. He's done 7 damage.
That's enough to kill a man.
It is.
But you
It's not enough to
slip
kill a
in
Luther.
to the wagon as he's like pulling his rapier out. Now the rapier, it's a good thrusting weapon. It's got some reach on it. Inside a wagon, it's not particularly useful. Your short sword, much smaller weapon, easy to shank. You're in.
I necessarily want to kill the guy, but I think
gotta
I have
kill
to,
him, man.
I gotta take a shot with the sword, so I
You could just cover his kid, yeah.
hit him with
12's
the
a hit.
Hit him with 5 damage. Oh fuck.
He survives.
Okay, good. Drop the fucking sword.
He makes a morale check. He fails the... Wait, hold on. That's actually right on the edge. His lower HP would make it a fail, but he's protecting his family. I need to look at my morale table.
I feel like in this situation, he should get a negative for the fact that his child is right there. Because he wants the violence to stop, right?
People
like he knows
protect in
I'm here
different
to kill
ways,
us.
right? You've got like
True.
fight, posture,
flight,
and
or-
submit. You've got 4
but he's
options for a
clearly on Death
threat.
Star.
Fight, flight, or freeze.
So he rolled a 10. His morale would normally be a 9. He's lost half of his HP. So his morale would be a 5. But he is defensive terrain advantage, brings it to a 6. Defending a home brings it back to a 9.
Wait, he's not got defense. He's got terrain disadvantage because his weapon's no good here.
Yeah, but it's his carriage, and it's his driver, and it's his family nearby. But that's still off by 1. He will fail his morale check, drop the rapier, and say, "Take what you want, just don't kill my family. Just don't hurt my family."
All right, fine. Kid, leave the driver. Get the gold.
It would be the driver's turn right now. The
See what he does.
driver, he's desperately holding on for dear life. You're pulling him. You beat him in the strength check last round. He's holding on to the carriage. He does not want to get off the carriage. That's certain death for him. But I don't know how he can escape other than just try to I think what he does is he lets go of the reins and he's going to try and grab the frame of either the seat, the bench, the front of the wagon. He's going to try and grab one of these wooden things and then heave himself up and
Should be
over.
a dex check, right? To grab while he's being
Because
pulled?
he's being pulled, yes, he will need a dex check to grab everything, followed by a strength check to overpower you.
To pull it off, yeah.
His strength is 8. His dex is 8. So 1d20 plus...
No, his
8
dex
for
is
the-
14.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Yep.
1d20
Right.
plus 14. He fails to grab the cart. He lets go. He gets pulled immediately off the cart. Mooton, roll me d6 damage as he gets pulled off the moving cart by the lasso and headfirst hits the ground.
Okay, I'm going to call maybe a saving throw versus death here due to the fact
Not
of
to get run over by the carriage.
run over by the horses because it's chaos.
Yeah, but you are pulling him tangential to the
That's
direction
true,
of the
yeah.
cart, and you've got the force. He just hits his head hard. He's got 3 HP. He takes 2 damage, and you can just drag him towards you.
Yeah,
it's your
I'm
turn.
going to drag him towards me. He said not to hurt. He said not to cut the guy. What'd you say next?
I said leave the driver, get the gold.
Yeah. I'm going to hit him with the back of my... I'm going for non-lethal damage here, Neil.
Sure. Just don't flub the roll badly. You get +4 for him being prone, all this fun stuff. He's got 10 AC. Oh my god! It's a critical hit. You take your magic dagger, you crack him in the back of the head, trying to do non-lethal damage. You accidentally crit him for
Probably 11, I think.
which does half, so it should be 5 damage.
Wait, is it 11? No. It should be 2d4. So take the first 2.
Oh, right, because it's
Yeah.
not being thrown.
I don't know why I did 4. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
throwing it.
So it's
Okay,
3
so
damage.
it's...
So 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage.
Yeah, half for 3.
What's
So
the
minus
+2
2.
at the end? Shouldn't it be +1 for the
that's-
magic? Oh,
that's
it's a +2
ma-
dagger. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
it's +2.
So 4, 5, 6 damage. 3 is the damage he takes, half of which is temporary, half of which is real. So you bring him to 0. and then knock him out. Yeah.
Okay,
The driver's just unconscious. It's perfect.
No, he's not. No, because he was on. He'd already taken 2, right?
Yes, he was on 1, so he goes down to 0.
He goes on 0.
From half of 3 is real and half of 3 is temporary.
Oh, I thought it was 3 real, 3 temporary. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I will pull the lasso off him to finish my turn and put it back around my shoulder, and then on next turn I'll get.
I keep my sword on the man.
Sure. Now, the carriage is still moving. Like, the horses are spooked. They're freaked. So you've got the man over here, and you're taking the lasso off him, and the horses are just sort of like awkwardly into the grasslands.
They'll stop eventually, though.
They will stop eventually. Yeah.
So I cover the man with the sword, and
he puts his hands in the air.
I keep my left hand on my dagger just in case the mother or the child gets any ideas.
Don't worry, Martha. It's going to be okay.
Who are you guys? What do you got back there?
I am Mr. Brixworth. I'm from High Castle. This is my family. We're taking a trip.
I'm pleased with this answer.
To Shirebrook.
That's the best answer you could have given.
That's a good answer. All right, good. Well, you seem like you got a lot of money. You know, you can afford to share some of it with us, and we'll be on our way.
Very well then, brigand.
Ooh, don't like that.
Don't love the brigand thing.
Don't like getting called a brigand.
But I wait for the horses to stop, and it's a sort of awkward silence while I threaten his child with a dagger.
It takes a while for them to stop. They don't stop immediately. Like it's like 10 minutes.
Jesus. Well, then
as this is going on, I mean, I say these are some committed horses. You must be doing something up there in High Castle.
Neil, if it seems like they're gonna keep going, I would go up there and try and grab the reins and calm them down.
Yeah, but the horses are going, and you gotta catch up to them on foot, and all of a sudden it's just a nightmare, and you're trekking after the horses, and your horse is back there, and your rope is, and everything. It's gonna probably be fine, but there's a moment of absolute madness while the horses just run away with Luther, and you're like, the fuck,
it's actually
Luther?
Good though. Into the forest.
Yeah. Into the grasslands, though, isn't it? Not forest.
It's moving off this side of the road, but it is sort of put-umping way.
Perfect.
Yeah, so at some point, we're going to hit a tree and the horses will stop or whatever. But
eventually
I just have an awkward silence with the guy. I make some comments about the horses being committed.
Ask him about his business. Who he is.
Now's not really the time. I think the less we get to know this guy, the better.
Eventually, the horses come to a stop.
And Pigeon catches up, right?
He will catch up a few minutes later.
So as I hear Pigeon, I say wait, where would they keep the valuables? It's in a separate compartment, right?
Oh, fucking as many places as you could think. Maybe the trunk's up on top of the cart. Maybe there's a secret compartment within. Maybe it's out with the driver. Maybe the valuables got sent along ahead of time because it's such a dangerous road. In fact, why the fuck are they on the road? Why didn't they take a boat? Why are they on this multi-100-mile long road through the most dangerous part of Eridon?
They're hiding something.
These people can't be honest. There's got to be.
Where's your shit?
my lady. Where's your stuff? Or I'll gut the child.
The man says, "No, don't. The trunks. That's where most of the valuables are, on the roof."
Why didn't you take a boat, you fool?
I narrow my eyes at Pigeon and say, "Check for secret shit."
I had business along the road.
What kind of business?
As I go up to the trunk. So
all right, I'm gonna let Pigeon do the interrogation.
Someone goes for a punch.
I'll bring the trunks down. I'm the strong one, so I swap places with Pigeon.
Right. You start bringing the trunks off. It's got clothes. It's got some gifts for people that are wrapped up. There's a nice rug in here. There's stuff. It's all, none of it's straight cash, but it's nice stuff that they've got. And in this era, the stuff is usually the expensive part. In the modern world, TVs are cheap. Phones are kind of expensive, but relatively cheap. Our big expenses are more rent and education and healthcare and shit. In this era, the stuff is the expensive part. And your rent...
We haven't got space for stuff right now.
No, we don't have space for stuff.
So, what kind of business are you in, my lord?
My name is Mr. Brixworth, as the name says. My family owns a brick production facility near High Castle. There's a lot of new construction down here. A lot of opportunity. Thought the people in Cauldron, Thornwood, and Shirebrook might like some experienced brick makers and layers.
Hey, are you making the place in Cauldron?
The place? What's the place?
The fancy noble's house.
He shakes his head. No. Those aren't bricks, son. Those are stones.
I come back from the trunks and say, lovely taste in dresses, but that's no good. I'm going to need coin or gems, jewelry. What do you got?
I look at their hands for their rings.
There's rings. The mother of the group goes to her side, opens a little pouch that dangles on a nice little metal silver chain that wraps around her waist. There's a little pretty purse on it, and she opens it up and pulls out some coins and hands them to you on a finger with a bunch of rings on it here.
I do an
there's
appraisal
20
check, a quick
golds real
appraisal
quickly.
check.
Okay.
Including the rings.
No. Just the gold in her hand is 20.
I do a little quick.
You give a quick look over the rings, but they move kind of fast. They look like, you know how silver tarnishes if you don't keep it polished? They're silver rings, and like the belts all around her waist in which her coin purse is attached, the silver's seen better days. It could be polished up, and it might be worth something then, I mean, obviously silver's always worth something, but the vibe from it is maybe higher society people who have fallen on harder times and don't have
whatever.
the...
I mean, they've still in better times than us. I snatched the coins and the rings, so that's what,
you
20
grab
gold?
her hand and start ripping rings off.
Does she not take them off?
No, she doesn't take them off. She just puts out her hand with coins, but you can see the rings on her fingers.
Yeah. I take the coins. I sort of grab her wrist with my left hand. I take the coins with my right hand, and then I start taking the rings off as well and pocket them.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't protest.
I check for necklaces.
Yeah, she's got a necklace on her. She's got a huge ass holy symbol of Martha dangling right over her large bosom.
You a cleric?
Damn.
She shakes her head.
I grab it and I pull it off. I break it.
Yeah, the clasps snap in the back.
And I take the guy's wedding ring and his other ring.
Oh, brilliant. Pigeon, look for secret compartments or something with all those funny eyes of yours. Get real close, look for...
I put a knife to the kid's throat and say,
Where's the secret compartment?
She starts crying.
Tell me now!
The father, the man in the room, says, There's a small hatch underneath the driver's seat. There's not much in there. I don't think it's what you're looking for. We don't have as much as you might think. It's old money. It's favors.
I go and look, Neil.
You hop out. Sure enough, the driver's seat pops open. There's some stuff in there. There's some supplies. There's a couple of swords. There's a crossbow. There's some quarrels. And there's a small metal chest about, yay big. You could hold it in one hand.
Uh-huh. I take it. Is it locked?
Yeah, it's locked.
All right, I take it.
Later.
All right. I say to Pigeon, should we leave?
Yeah, we'll get out of here.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Good luck with the business.
Your
Cheerio.
driver's in the road. He's just knocked out. He's not dead.
You hop out the cart, head back to the horses. Your rope across the road has... Let's see. In the time that it took 10 minutes for the horses to stop, to catch up, and then to come back, it's been half an hour since this whole thing started. By the time you come back, traffic on the road never stops. Someone has come and stolen your rope. Has anyone stolen your horses, though?
Once to recover the rope and one to recover the lemon. Stolen our horses?
No. Horse thieving is a much, more serious crime. People will kill you for stealing their horses. People generally aren't going to kill you for taking a weird rope across the road.
I've got a 4.9 with the second-hand horses guy on my rating, so I don't want.
We have 5 stars, man.
I can't be having my horses go missing. That's fucked up.
I need to take a nap, Luther.
Yeah. Let's
Well,
yeah, go to sleep. All right.
Pigeon goes to take a nap, and the same problem is going to happen again, Luther. There's going to be another cart coming down this road. There's going to be wagons down this road, carriages, all sorts of things. There's going to be a lot of places you could hide a person. Are you going to stop every single possible smuggler on the road?
I don't think the pitmen would have a carriage, and I also don't think that they'd be concerned with hiding Lemon. I think that's not. I also think that she could have passed while we were going in that debacle. Right? So I'm going to let him sleep for 3 hours, and I'm going to assume that we've either missed her or maybe they left before you. Like, you got there before the gate opened. You had to go back to camp. You had to go get these supplies. You bought rations. Then you got the horses. Like, that left a crack at like just as the gates were opening. And then this half-hour crack right here. It was worth the shot, and we still might see Lemon on horseback. I think that's more likely than being in a carriage, but I'm not going to get into another carriage mugging incident. I think we were lucky that those guys weren't nobles from the inner city, because I think that they could have potentially come for us if that was the case.
Well,
so yeah, I wait to see Lemon, or to just let Pigeon have a few hours.
Pigeon gets a few hours of sleep. You watch the road. This wagon that did come by, it does roll past you a little bit later. Like, once the driver has been appropriately like reawokened, you can kind of watch as Pigeon sleeps. Like, the driver eventually gets up and the other people are around him, and they get him back to the cart, and they slowly bring the cart around, and they drive it past you guys. The driver doesn't look at you as he comes by.
I think one thing that I will do, any other carriages that come past, I will kind of shout Lemon as they go past. Just like some madman who loves lemons. You know, just to see, like, if I hear go, Luther, as she leaves, then at least I'll know.
No one cries out for Luther, but one person does mistake you for a lemon salesman and asks you how much your lemons are.
Too expensive for you, buddy.
All right.
Keep on rolling.
After Pigeon has slept enough, whatever that means to you, you can rouse him. Yeah. It's after midday by now.
Is that the noise you make when you wake up?
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for the next carriage heist?
I think that maybe we should head to Cauldron.
Oh, give me that.
I take the lockbox.
Yeah. It's just next to you.
Take the lock, Neil.
Oh, yeah. It's not even a problem. You quickly do it open. It wasn't a difficult lock, but it was it was a metal box, which you couldn't have broken open by force. Inside this lockbox is a small velvet black cloth with some clear gems in it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And a nice leather pouch with like a little bit of embroidery around it. Looks kind of old. Looks like it's been around for at least a couple decades. And on the inside of this leather pouch is 50 gold coins.
Okay. Nick, take the gold, and then can Nick roll an appraisal check for the gems?
And the rings again, Neil, if I can try again. I know it's maybe technically not allowed, but I do a more considered appraisal of everything now.
Yeah. Let me just take a look at my little gem chart.
Say it was just clear gems, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How many?
I'm rolling.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got the necklace as well, right?
Yeah. I'll put the necklace in your hand. It's like a big Martha one.
What was your appraisal check? Give me the appraisal check for the gems, please.
Yeah. 21.
Nice. There are 17 zircons. These are semi-precious stones worth about 50 GP each.
Holy!
I have them as 100 gold for DV zircons. Are these just different?
These must be different because my chart right here says 50 GP for a zircon.
Okay.
They're worth 50 each, and we got 17 of them?
Yeah.
Holy mother of God.
I'll put them in my... I've got like a jewelry box. 17 zircons.
Okay, you're doing it.
50 GP.
How many rings were there?
She had 3 rings.
Okay, I appraise them again if I can, or not.
Well, yeah. Go ahead. Give me a
I feel
second.
I should be allowed. Okay, 17.
Yeah. Essentially, this is a check at disadvantage to do it quickly, right? And you failed the first one,
Yeah.
you get the blah blah blah. You still, I don't know,
You got an
man.
idea.
It's
Not sure.
they're silver. They're kind of nice, but also like they're tarnished on the outside, and one of the areas is kind of worn. And you think that maybe this is actually like silver plated. Actually, you can't silver plate without electrolysis. Can you? When would you begin to be able to silver plate things?
No idea. I roll appraising on the necklace as well. 26.
26 on the necklace. Sheffield plate was mid 18th century. Yeah, you need electrolysis for that. The Martha necklace. At first, you're like, oh my god, these golden rings are made of gold, and then you're like, this isn't gold. This is like pyrite or fool's gold or something that looks golden but actually isn't quite golden. It's a nice like replicant that from a distance might look like real gold. You could probably get 10 GP for this.
Okay, still low.
Not
I mean, pretty fucking good. It's almost 1,000 gold we got right there.
Do you think we
Yeah.
could convince someone that it's real?
Potentially, but like
Maybe just like a
this-
noble lady, not like an actual person who.
No noble lady's gonna
There-
buy shit off you.
There is a world in which you could sell this to someone and who would buy it, but the situation for that to arise would take way more work than the effort would be worth.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
So
well,
I say-
mean, this is a haul. Let's get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Wait, but we should carry on to Cauldron.
Now, oh yeah, you want to break in?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah,
we
let's
should.
fuck it. Let's do that. That sounds good.
We might see Lemon. She might just be in the fucking cage.
Yep, let's go.
All right.
Right.
We carry on to Cauldron.
We carry on to
along the
Cauldron.
way, if we find if there's like a house that we can see, I want to get a night's rest, like a real one.
Oh yeah,
So,
there's
like-
a lot of little farms along the way, tons of them.
Let's like 6 hours out and like an hour or two out from Cauldron. Let's go get some real rest at a place.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we pay someone to sleep in a
Or we can
barn or
just
something?
break in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's pay him.
Yeah, if you just want to, pay someone to sleep in their barn, we can hand wave it with just a little bit of cash. If you
Yeah,
want to
that's
sleep in a
fine.
house, perfect. All right. We'll call it monthly expenses. Let's not even worry
Yeah.
about it. This is
Because we need to look at the horses in the barn. We sleep in the barn. It's all good.
perfect. Let me just make notes so I don't forget where we are.
So we probably sleep through the night. And
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can do
again
some
in the
talking
morning.
while we.
What do
Yeah.
you want to do about Steel Team 6?
I think maybe it depends how a race is feeling when we get back.
Yeah, it seems like he's excited to do stuff, but he's got bad ideas.
We kind of, this whole thing kind of works because he's the one with the good ideas.
Yeah,
So I think
maybe we need to
that
give
was
him a
his
week
idea.
off of gnome dust.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that either of us can tell him not to do it. I'm sure he'll just get out of his system. He's feeling a bit sad. He'll sober up. He'll be feeling better, and then it'll be business as usual. I don't know about Sierra though, because if Lemon gets fucking melted to death, I don't know how he's gonna take that. He's quite fond of her.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get her out if she's here.
I fall
I know.
asleep.
I don't know.
If you talk to Pigeon again, he's asleep.
Yeah. I realized I talked to him for a little bit, and I realized he's asleep.
Me, 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 me.
And
The
then when no
gen-
one's watching, Neil, when no one's watching, I go and I pull his blanket over him a little bit, make sure that he's all tucked in, and then I go to sleep
Oh.
myself.
That's good.
The gentle sounds of a spring rain rock the two of you to sleep. You wake up in the morning to find it's been raining all night long. The road is gross and muddy. You can surely make progress down it today, but it'll be at a slower rate than before. That's still plenty of time to get to Cauldron.
We're close, yeah.
You'll be sopping wet by the time you get there. Your horses will be cold and tired. When you get to Cauldron, you'll be in a state. If you're worried at all that someone's going to see you and catch you, I want to give you the warning that traveling all day on horseback in the rain.
Well, to be fair, I said
Would be a problem.
we do it like an hour out of Cauldron.
I thought you said 6 hours out.
No.
2 hours.
1 or 2 hours. I said
Okay.
6 hours for some reason, but then I swapped it to 1 or 2.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
We'll still be wet, and but I
Yeah,
think this is probably the best time
I
to enter Cauldron.
Yeah, I think so
I
as
would
well.
love
think
it if
we're
you guys
more-
stopped an hour out, but you left. It would be a full day ride to get to Cauldron, and then you also like parked for 3 or 4 hours while people napped. So the best I can get you is like 4 or 5 hours out of Cauldron.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
But then we'll
It's the same thing. Like you can totally show up, but I just want to let you know you'll be like sopping wet from the rain and a little cold and have some combat penalties.
yeah.
for
Well,
misery.
we're not going to do
Well,
anything on night one.
if we get attacked at the gate, you're saying?
If you get, if there's a battle, if there's some sort of confrontation at the gates of Cauldron, not that it has a wall, but like,
That's fair.
Yeah, okay. I don't expect that. But like,
I don't
yeah.
ever want you to be surprised by a weird ruling, is all.
We're going to go to a new inn, a different inn than the last one that we were here last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
First thing we do though is ride through town and look for Lemon in the cage.
Yeah, we'll ride by the cage.
Okay. You come on in. There are sort of guards on the road. They've got like a little guard stand with a little bit of shade, to keep the rain off of them. But they don't seem to stop you. They don't seem too concerned. You're wearing armor. You've got weapons. You're on horses. You're just coming down the road. They look the other way. You make your way through. The little arena area is empty. The cage where they hold prisoners is sitting gently on the earthen side of the river. The cauldron still is going off from time to time, spitting up a huge gout of water. That's not man-made or man-controlled.
The cage is empty.
Cage is empty. Yeah, I mean, it's raining. You can't have a public execution in the rain.
True.
Oh, I just felt like they keep him in the cage until they were ready to boil him, you know?
Oh, well, if that's the case, then she is not there.
Okay, yeah.
Let's get a
Well,
nice
you know,
rest
we
again.
spent some time there. The last time did they... I guess we turned up just as he was getting boiled, but
Yeah.
does it seem like they bring him in for the boiling, or do they... Only that kid was here, he'd know.
Completely unknown. Yeah.
That kid would know.
I'm tired and cold, Luther. Let's go to bed.
Yeah. All right, okay. Looks like she's not here, at least she's not dying today. Let's go to a
Alright.
different inn than last time.
Yeah.
That's my idea.
Well, you didn't
I
say
said
it
that
out
hours
loud.
ago on the road.
Yeah, you thought it, but did you say it?
I said it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought you were thinking it.
I
You said it
nudged
in a
my
weird
horse over
voice,
to
it sounded
yours
too
and
normal.
push my horse onto yours.
Okay. All right, but maybe you said it. Maybe you said it. You know, maybe I just maybe you said it real quietly or something.
We go to a
Pigeon.
different inn.
Now, if this were a regular town, there'd be lots of inns. This is Cauldron, which is sort of rebuilding. I want you to roll me a d20. If you can roll a 7 or better on a d20, multiple inns are up and running. If it's less than a 7,
Huge.
there's only the
Moods
one.
never
11.
rolled less than a 7. He's never rolled less than a 7.
That's why I gave the roll to him.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, there's another inn here. It's a newer inn. It's sort of fresh. It's been rebuilt from the ashes of some former building. It's got some new plaster on it. Not all of it is done, but like enough of it is done that they are renting out rooms. And they'll, find someone to stable the horses for you. Monthly expenses.
Hello, milady. We'd like one room.
Why, thank you, darling, she says the much older woman behind the counter. She takes your money. She shows you to the room. She says that there'll be some porridge with pork in it for dinner tonight. Just come back when you smell the food, and she'll be happy to feed you.
I'll come back
Alright.
and smell you later.
What? I have never had a man so young as you hit on me. Not at least in 35 years.
Oh, you're not a
Say it
day over
again.
35. Well, I'll say it later.
I walk off.
She laughs loudly to herself. Yeah. Party rests here.
Yeah. Nightly rest.
You wake up the next day, and the rain's not heavy, but it's still like coming down. Nothing's drying out. It's sort of gray. It's sort of dismal. Yeah.
Okay. the rain might be like
It's good for
delaying
it's actually
Clement's
good
death.
for us though too.
Yeah, it's buying us time maybe as well.
I think there's gonna be less people. It's harder to see. First off,
Yeah.
people outside.
I'm remembering though, once upon a time, I was trying to sneak into somewhere invisible in the rain, and Neil had a guard notice the rain landing on my invisible character. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, we're not
landing
gonna
and
be
splashing
invisible.
off of you. Yeah.
That's crazy of him. By
That's
the way,
great.
Nick.
That's-
yeah,
yeah.
that's a you
You
got
know?
nailed.
Sometimes NPCs are successful. Sometimes they
True.
suck. Sometimes they actually do their jobs well. That's why you got to take precautions.
I killed that goblin, and he was reincarnated as the cup guy.
Huge. Okay.
Luther, we should go break in today.
In the day, not the night.
No, at night.
Yeah, night. Yeah. Let's go.
Well, let's go scope it
let's
out
go
again.
check it out. Yep.
Our characters, we scoped this out a little bit before, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying we know the best fucking way in, because we were thinking of some idea of like, there were dwarves who were like building, and getting into the, the fucking rubble with them, and then being taken out at night with all the treasure and stuff. That was like our plan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show us the fort again? You said it was like a Mott and Bailey.
I don't think it was a Mott and Bailey, was it?
I don't think it, because it's in the middle of town.
Then it was a Mott and Bailey. Good. I remember there being like 3 nights, right, Nick?
Yeah.
There was like a night or 2.
Oh no, I think what you were talking about wasn't that in Pittsburgh
yeah, I think you're
when
right.
you were
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
possible things with the
dock.
dwarves and everything.
Yeah,
that was
you're
the
right.
yeah.
We can just sneak into this bitch.
This will be
Cauldrons.
more like a real town, I think.
Cauldrons Keep sits in the very middle of town. Its walls are under construction. They are being rebuilt after having been badly damaged. It's an in-process thing, but there are like makeshift wooden walls around the places where the stone is being repaired. So
So
it's
it'd be
still
easy
fairly.
to climb. Easier to climb than if it was a well-kept stone
If
wall.
we look at our thief rebuild table under the climbing section here, we've got some modifiers. So a palisade wall is actually a -10 to climb. It's actually quite difficult. A smooth brick wall is a -8. So actually the palisades are a little bit harder than the brick walls. And
Oh,
the
why
bricks
is it?
that are available, yeah, because it's with the brick walls, you get like ledges that you can sort of put your fingers into the grout.
Yeah.
And with the palisades, it's like up and down, and maybe you can get like a little knot, or maybe there's a little spot where you can get a finger, but it's a little bit rougher, and you're more likely to get like splinters in your fingers. It's kind of a bitch.
But we have fucking rope and wall. Like,
But if you've got a rope, like a lasso that you can put
a
over it,
lasso
then
on
who
a
gives a
palisade,
shit?
you're-
Yeah.
yeah.
You'll
Okay,
be
Nick, we're
fine.
fine.
Yeah. Now, the problem with most walls and these walls too is that they are manned. There are guards.
Yeah, but this wall, is it manned though? Because it's temporary, right? They haven't got a full...
Oh, yeah. It's of course, it's still
curtain.
manned. Yeah. Otherwise, what's
it's
the point of
raining, Neil.
Have they got a walkway all the way around?
You can't see on the inside. One of the great things about fortresses is that the attackers don't really always know what the defenses are like.
Can we
but
leave the town? Is there like a big hill that we could go and get a bird's eye view kind of what's going on?
There's no hill,
need a
there's no
spyglass.
good spot that would allow you to like get a inside view of this.
We should buy a spyglass in the future, Nick.
Yeah, we should, yeah.
Well,
We'd be
It's a
able to see
defensible
someone walking
structure.
around the wall, though, no?
that's true. You could sit and watch for a long time and
Yeah.
see if what's going on. And sure enough, yeah.
it.
All the walls seem to have walkways. There are guards that patrol them. Sometimes they stand in one spot and look along. You do notice that they're not just like looking to see if someone's climbing. They are watching whatever is happening in the streets below, whatever crowds are around. It's raining, so it's actually pretty quiet these days. But like, these are not your lazy guards living a comfortable life. These are your guards who are actively defending this because like the prince just got kidnapped, or the noble just got kidnapped a
True.
couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. These are the sorts of people who actually feel threatened and are watching because like this is a dangerous situation.
What do you
As
think
you
about
guys
starting a
walk around the
fire,
walls
Nick?
and watch them, you'll notice that they look at you. Sometimes they stop to watch you walk through the streets. Like,
That's great. These guys are on.
I don't know
alert.
about. I don't
These
know
are the
about
guards you
starting a fire, bro.
want all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, but their lord was just kidnapped and held
No,
for ransom.
100%.
So like,
What if we could get like a meeting with him through lying? Like we don't necessarily need to surprise him in his room, right?
No. You know, I mean, we do know how to contact him. We know how to get him a note specifically.
How do we?
Yeah, he told us. He said that you just misspell Shacklebrook.
Oh yeah.
He said you put like an E or something, you know, and he would know then. It would have his name on it, and he would know that that's from us, etc. Maybe we send him a note.
so you think this guy
How many-
might have your friend prisoner, and you want to send him a note to meet you somewhere that so he knows that it's you that's meeting him?
No, I think we need to break in, Nick. How many guards are on duty, Koibu?
Well,
into
patrolling
what,
the
though?
walls, you can see that there's 2 people patrolling the walls.
Oh,
There's
that's not
no
bad.
way to know how many people are inside the courtyard or how many people are on the doors or how many people work for him inside the keep. Like, this is a fortified position. This
We
is
climb
a
over at night.
live or die situation
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Away from any doors when
Yeah.
the guards are furthest away from the crossing point, and we like lasso the rope, hope that it doesn't get seen, and then climb over maybe. Well, I think that's what
Yeah.
we did last time, right?
Yeah, I think that the chance it gets seen, A, at night, B, it's raining. These guys are going to be cold. So this is, again, I appreciate that they're on duty and they're alert and everything like that and they're doing their job. But I think human nature of just getting bored, it being hard to see, and it being fucking rainy and cold will probably make their job miserable enough that we have a good chance of getting in at least unnoticed.
That's true.
Is it 100%? No, but a good chance, yeah. And I'm willing to take a good chance here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We throw the rope over, then we wait for them to pass,
Yep.
right? And if they see the rope, we just bail.
Yep.
And if they don't see the rope, then we go for it.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Because we can hide so that they might see the rope but then not see us, and we can just leave without.
Great.
What do I
trying
think would be
anything.
harder to see, Neil? My wooden rope? Sorry, my my regular rope on wood, or my silken rope?
Oh, buddy. The regular rope sort of has a more tawny brown color that might blend in with the wood, but
Yeah.
it's much thicker. The silk rope is much smaller, but the color is more contrasting.
Even
Can
in the
I
rain?
Yeah, even in the rain.
can I spend the day at some point to go to like a muddy area because it's raining?
Oh, yeah. Lots of mud
and
everywhere.
Mud up my silken rope to be more dull and more brown.
Yeah, you're going to add a bunch of weight to the rope, which you can then get rid of when you
Get
like
rid of
dry
it,
it out
yeah.
somewhere or whatever. But not a problem.
Perfect, I'll do that.
Cool. Yep, you muddy your rope nice and gross.
We
Cool.
find a
And we
good
wait for
place to
nightfall.
hide out of sight from the wall that's close enough to the wall that we can get to it. And we would like the crossing point to be far away from any gates.
Ooh. Okay, so there is the front gate to this keep. There is a sally port that's like a small door in a wall where someone can like kind of slip out the side if you need to, but it's also a small enough door that it's so defensible it doesn't really make a lot of sense to break it down. Like the sort of door that you could just put a heavy bar over and the door could be banded with iron and you could never break it down, but you wouldn't use it as a front door because it's too narrow. Like you need your front door to have carts and wagons and blah 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 go through. So these sally ports are, you know, small, escapable, defensible little things that lots of forts and keeps have. They're difficult to get through. So you see the main gate and you see a sally port on one wall somewhere else. You can find a spot, the back of the keep, opposite where the front door is. And back here, there's not like a perfect spot to hide, but there is this like, how do you want to call it? It appears that there is a dumping yard for rubble and other other building supplies that no one really
That's a
wants to
spot.
do anything with. And so the stuff has been dumped there. And so like, you know, these logs will get dumped or these branches will get dumped and other crap. And so you could
touching the wall.
No, it's not touching the wall. It's actually, maybe 50 feet from the wall.
Yeah.
But the way that the branches sort of overlap it, you could crawl up this rubble pile and then like hide under the branches and sort of get an awkward view of the wall from within 50 feet.
Okay.
This guy's going to lose his shit when he goes to bed and he just sees us in his room. He's going to be like, what the fuck, man? Like...
Either that or the campaign is about to end, which is this. If it ends here, this is a beautiful spot. Rescuing Lemon in the rain. It's a nice way to say goodbye.
It's a good spot.
Wait, are you willing to kill a campaign on this? That was a clear warning right there.
Bit of a warning, yeah, but I'm willing to. I think this is a good thing to do. I think going in here,
we get across the wall. Then what? We pick the lock on the gate
easily.
You think we can get to the door without being seen? What if there's a torch above the door?
What if there's lava that comes out of the floor?
No. A torch above the door is not lava coming out of the floor. Can't just say that for anything.
I hear you. Let's think about that. Is there anything, how would we smother? Well, it's raining, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't stop a torch, right?
No, it doesn't, but, well, it could. But imagine, even if there is an overhang over it, right? Why would they have a torch under an overhang? It's going to, like, soot it all up, going to fuck it up. I think that their torch would probably be out in the open, and it's raining, so I'm assuming that the torch wouldn't be there. But if there is a torch, I could run up and smother it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A torch can run in the rain, but...
I have no idea.
I think. Right, Neil?
If there is a torch over the gate, the torch must be not going to go out in the rain. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a torch there.
No, but I'm saying, like, generally, though, like, if you had a torch and it was raining, it wouldn't just go out.
You can make torches, like, a bunch of different ways. If you're using a fat wood torch, it will be fine in the rain. But if you're using, like, a bit of an oil soaked in cloth with, like, a little bin, the water might disrupt it. It depends on the nature of torches, It could not. There's a million ways to do this stuff. You don't have a lot of information on this gate.
We do it live here, man.
Here's the thing. I'm just thinking, like, we are banking on the fact that this wasn't his idea and he's not necessarily against us. And if he's not necessarily against us, then the letter would work.
Yeah, I know, but if he is, then the letter is just going to... The problem is, if we send the letter... If he is or he isn't against us, we're going to receive the same answer. If he isn't against us, he's going to say, hey, yeah, buddy, let's have a meeting. If he is against us, he's going to say, hey, let's have a meeting.
Yeah, but we could say, like, meet us at this place.
I know, but then he's going to tell his friends, and then we're going to die. I truly believe the best thing to do is either to A, go in, which I think is the best, or B, to not touch it at all.
Because well, he's not necessarily we're not... If he's cool, then he's not going to bring his friends and kill us, right?
I know, but how would we know that? Unless he shows up.
Yeah, we say, like, don't come with too many people. If he doesn't show, he doesn't show.
I think we have a better chance of breaking in. I want to even break in. Okay. And if our break-in starts to fuck up, we get out.
Okay, all right. The closest we came to dying was doing the same type of thing, but I'm down.
That's true. Right. The last time you guys assaulted a keep, you barely escaped with your lives, and didn't you have to abandon your treasure?
We did, but that's because we got greedy.
But right. It was a less ideal situation. It was a better situation than this. No, it's better.
No, this is better. This is better.
No, well, the guards were out, remember?
That's true, but
last time you had a huge festival to distract everyone.
Yeah. Is there a holiday nearby, Neil?
Fool's Day is in a week. That's Malchus's high holiday. That's when he's the highest in the sky. It's a day of, fathers and sons playing pranks on the world and all that sort of stuff.
So it's not like a big, let's gather in the middle of town and jerk off with each other?
It's definitely not a circle jerk. It's a time of pranks, tricks, and petty vengeances. People are not only free, but encouraged to seek out small acts of mischief. Eggs and shoes, buckets of water dumped out windows, broken chair legs, etc. are not uncommon tricks to play. Those who have made many enemies can expect to be the subject of a great many pranks. For Velthara 2 watches over this holiday. It's the high holiday for Malchus, god of chaos, Jexel, god of luck and wine and tricks and pranks, and Velthara, goddess of vengeance.
Okay, hear me out. I've got a crazy idea, okay?
Okay.
Let's say that Lemon is in the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you what would you need to pick the lock on a dungeon gate? Like, could we get you arrested and thrown in the dungeon for a few nights?
Oh.
And then from there, speak to Lemon and or break his arms.
That's just such a
It's genius, I know.
I hear you. We would accomplish the same thing if we just got arrested breaking into the keep.
No, because we'll probably get killed.
I don't think that getting quote unquote arrested is the way to go here.
Okay.
You don't want to hide thieves' tools up your ass and then get arrested?
No, it's scary because there's a billion things that can happen there.
Yeah. Well,
Let's throw the rope and see what happens, Nick.
Okay, we throw the rope. We're already in position.
You wait for one of the guards to go past.
What's the sun
Yeah.
like?
You said
Or
you're
sorry,
going at
the moon.
night.
The moon?
Yeah.
It's night.
It's raining.
What's the moon?
It's dark.
There's no moon. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
good.
dark
All
as
right,
fuck.
perfect.
Yeah, it's super fucking dark. You
I
can
throw
definitely see the
my
guards sort of coming and
silken rope.
going by the torches they carry. You get the silken rope.
How many? There's 2 guards on at night, yeah?
2 guards, yeah.
How long is the walk around the wall?
They don't always take the same amount of time is the problem. You know, sometimes they do a little walk, sometimes they stop and talk to someone, sometimes there's something that catches their interest. If they just walk without stopping, you know, there's a guard, you know, like basically once a round coming by. It's not a huge area, maybe every other round.
Can we be before we threw the rope real quick? I want to hire a person who is like just like a vagrant, you know, and I want to pay him a fuckload of gold to create like a kind of distraction at some point tonight.
What? Yeah, what if? I mean, technically, you could do this on your own more than I don't really bring that much to it. What if I distract the guards and you go it alone?
Yeah, I would be more down with that because I think it's easy for me to get out. It's gonna be hard for you to get out. I got Giga Dex, so yeah, you go be the distraction, and I'll go in there, Nick.
Yeah. All right, and then if you get killed, we still got a campaign. Okay, I can just hire someone else.
That'll be good. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's what we do,
split the
Neil.
party again.
Yeah.
We've split the party once, Neil.
We
What if
did.
we
Go.
did it again?
How'd it go the last time you split? When was that?
No, right
he
now,
means-
because we
he
just
means
left
that-
SEAL Team 6 in the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's like when
We
I
split it
double splits.
again. It's a
Okay.
double split.
Well, why don't we
Yeah.
take a short break? I'm going to go to the bathroom and get some more drinks. And when we come back.
All right, solo campaign. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardly Heroes.
This is it.
We got to set the mood here. Because it is a rainy day. And we're not quite actually activating everything yet. And it is a difficult moment here. This adventure, this heist, could be pretty dangerous. You're talking about assaulting a keep that only a month ago you had already sort of assaulted,
That's
screwed
right.
with. And you think that perhaps they might have one of your close friends as a prisoner. And if they've got one of your close friends as a prisoner in retribution for something you did just a few weeks ago, they're probably not just chilling and grilling, This is potentially a dangerous situation. These guards probably aren't going to ask questions, right? This is probably I knocked this person down, I'm going to run them through to make sure they're dead this time sort of situation.
Yep.
A negative 10 is
yeah.
death. And these walls are tall, right? We didn't talk about them, but the heights of these walls are, at least 20 feet. So any falling is 2d6
holy
damage. Not a huge deal, but not great.
That's how I'll be getting out. I'll be jumping over the fucking wall.
just throw yourself over, take 12 damage, and keep going.
I have tumbling.
Even better. So,
All right, Luther, you're gonna have to make a really good distraction. I need like 3 minutes to get in.
I'm gonna do my best, but don't do anything too stupid.
All right.
Okay, Neil. I sort of walk back into the town a little bit, and as I'm going, I'm gonna pick up a few stones.
hold on.
Gonna get.
I'm so sorry to stop you here. You just said something I want to make sure we're clear on. The keep is in the middle of town.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
I walk away from
perfect.
the wall back into.
Great. I just wanted to make sure
sort
that
of-
there was no confusion and you thought this was out away from
Yeah.
town. Perfect.
I pick up some stones. I get some mud on my hands. I like rub it up my arms. I like rub it on my face a little bit. My goal is to make myself look mucky. You know, like
Easy.
I've been out on the street. I go into a bar and I buy some whiskey. Like a whole bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
I get out. I pour some of it on myself. I pour some out on the ground, so it's like 2/3 empty.
Got it.
And then I head back to the wall, the opposite side of where the point is, you know.
Yeah. How's Pigeon supposed to know when the distraction is happening? Or is it just like the guards will be distracted?
No, he's gonna know.
Okay, he's going to know. Well, you head over to the opposite side, which is the side nearest the gate. Like the gate is opposite of where you're trying to invade.
Even better, yeah.
I say a prayer to the god of luck. I'm gonna give you a wisdom check, Neil.
Excuse me, Mr. Jexel.
I
I
start.
never call upon you, but I really need some luck on this one. Please, just give me a little bit.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Oh shit!
Oh, there we go.
All right.
He's got some luck. I start loitering near the, like, so the guards will clearly see me when they pass this part of the wall. And I start like mumbling to myself and like swaying around, and I'm like feigning being really drunk. Yeah, and then when one of the guards walks past me, I assume he looks at me.
Yeah. You're feigning being drunk outside the gate. We said this is nighttime, right? You wanted to go when it was real dark, no moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no one like actually on the outside of the gate like you might have in the middle
Yeah,
of the day.
I know,
It's
I
just
know,
the guy
I know,
on top.
yeah.
You're feigning around. You're stumbling around. Guard walks along the top. He does a pause. He puts, an elbow on the wall that's holding his lantern. He shines the lantern in your direction, putting a nice big spotlight on you. And he shouts down,
Oh,
"You
Mr.
there!"
Tough Guy, is it? With a lancet? Look at the state of you. I like throw a stone in his
throw the
general
rope up.
direction.
You throw a stone in his general direction. Make me roll to hit.
I don't try and I'm not trying to hit him in the head. I'm maybe
perfect,
trying to
yeah.
hit his chest or the wall.
Right.
in
Yeah,
front
just
of
throw
him,
me a
you
roll
know?
to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a roll of
Come
20.
on, another 20, please.
Another 20. Let's go.
That's a 10. Yeah, it bounces off the parapets, the walls, misses him entirely.
I know your fucking sister, all right?
I throw my rope up at that point, and I'm ready to start climbing when I see the guy go past.
I need you to make me a perception check to hear this, because he's on the exact opposite side of the keep. It's not a close sound, and I need to see what the modifiers are for the range
Natural
here.
20.
Oh, he's
Oh
listening.
my god, he's fucking
hearing.
doing it. Shit, you might.
Shouldn't
I was.
use it
I was
there.
about to say that, like, to hear someone from the opposite side of the keep is like an impossible thing. But you have 17 perception. You rolled a natural 20. I've got to
That's
check
definitely-
the distances here.
37 now. There's no way.
Jexel's with me.
Jexel is with you.
He's with me big time today.
Yeah.
Close those bulging eyes of yours for a moment, and in between raindrops, you can just barely hear the sound of a drunken uncle shouting, just like in your childhood. That drunken uncle voice just sort of rattles around in your brain. You can't escape it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
You
throw
know.
the rope. The
I know
guard
your
on the
fucking
wall.
sister. And if I know your sister, if you're anything like your sister, I throw another stone at him. That one's a wild mess.
The guard sets the lantern down. It sort of just shines out a little bit. It's not like properly aimed at you or anything. He disappears for a moment.
If you're anything like your sister, I take out my dick and I start pissing on his wall. Then you like a bit of this, don't you?
The lantern
I climb
moves.
when I think the best time is.
I thought you were gonna wait for a guard to walk past. You're just going right now?
Yeah, no. Whenever the next guard walks past, that's when I'm climbing. Yep.
Okay. Before we get there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, you start pissing on the wall, and you see the lantern, like the light, move again for a moment. Because it's casting. It's like the only real light source around. And when it moves, you notice, and you look up. And you're pissing on his wall, and you see that
he's gonna crossbow me.
in one hand, he's got the lantern sort of leaned down towards you, and on the other hand, he's shoving a large rock off the wall onto you.
What the fuck? This guy's
Next
insane.
No, it's a roll to hit.
I obviously don't get hit by this.
I'm rolling it here. It's a 16. The large stone comes tumbling.
Hang on.
Down
Where's the
on your
plus 4
head.
coming from here?
Where's the +4 coming from?
Yeah.
Well, you're not exactly lying down or prone, but he is positioned directly above you, and rock goes straight down, and rock is big.
That's a disadvantage. Think about it. He's looking down. It's a really small target. This guy's. Listen,
I think dropping
he's not a
rocks
dragon.
onto people who
He's
are
not been
directly
doing this for
underneath
100
you.
years.
I think dropping rocks down on the wall to someone who is directly below you is a pretty sure thing. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, what?
I'm not just standing still waiting for it.
Well, this is how attack rolls work. You make attack rolls against ACs.
No, I understand that. I just don't know where the +4 comes from.
Because I think it's a highly advantageous situation to drop a rock on someone's head when you can, like, position it above them and then just go doop when they're taking a piss. It's not like you're down there crouching, like, back and forth.
Wait,
you're
this is
pissing
where
out
the
on the wall.
misunderstanding, okay? Because Luther has got, like, a colossal dong, and also
True.
he's got a lot of strength, and that strength comes through into his jet stream as well. So I'm actually like,
You're gonna piss
I'm
the
at least,
rock
like-
away. You're just
I'm
gonna
like-
you're gonna aim your stream upward and deflect the rock.
I'm like 7 or 8 feet away from the wall, you know. Do you know what I mean? This is a sort of
That
impressive distance.
Just take the damage. You
You
fool.
get hit with a rock.
Unbelievable. Fine.
Totally reasonable. The rock. You know what? You wouldn't believe me. You're gonna be mad if they rolls high damage off screen. So let me just roll it on screen, because you think
It does
you
2d10
obviously think
damage.
I'm going to hurt you. 10 points of damage. 10 on a 10.
Holy.
The
I
rock
hit the deck. I hit the deck.
crushes into you.
I look dead.
Move
Oh,
I
that's
got
actually
grunts.
good.
And I hit the deck, yeah.
on the backside. You've thrown the rope up. And sure enough, there's the other guard who is continuing to walk. He's not being bothered by that. He does come by the area where the rope is. And the guard is going to make himself some sort of check. Because he's guarding. And this is a subtle difference. This is a rope attached to the palisade wall. I'm actually just assuming you hit. I do need you to make me an
Silk
attack
rope.
roll.
Oh,
You're
true.
gonna make it, but like you just need to hit a 10. It's another natural 20.
Oh
It's 3
my
natural
God.
20s in a row.
Wait, can we just take a second here? I've rolled 2 2s, a 3, a 1, and a 7, I think.
My luck, man. The
And a
fucking
6.
I'm fucked.
And you've just rolled 3 20s in a row.
I'm fucked.
And Neil's rolled a 17 to hit me, an 18 to hit me, and a 10 on D10 damage.
I rolled a 12. Plus 4.
What is going on? Those guys that rolled 20, they weren't joking in that thread.
Okay, Moon. You absolutely hit the wall. It's a perfect grip. I need to take a look at our hide rules because this guy, he's searching outside.
Yeah,
But
it's
there's
not
still a
looking for
rope attached to a palisade wall in an area
It
that
is
he
muddied.
walks dozens of times. Like he patrols this wall all the time. But I don't think it's going to be a full strength perception check. Because it's raining, it's dark, but it is
The
his
rope's
wall.
camouflaged.
Yeah.
Rope sort of blends. I don't know, Mooten. You've been really lucky. Let's give it a shot.
Jaxel is with him.
Jexel is with everyone today. Our guard
Except me.
except for you, has a 13 perception, rolled a 17 on the die. That's a modified 30. Even with penalties, the guard sees the rope. And you know he sees the rope because immediately his hand goes to a whistle and he blows his whistle.
Oh, I don't have time to do anything?
Well, that you know that he sees it when he's blowing the whistle. That's how you know. So,
Fuck.
yeah, there's no time in between.
Can I unhitch the rope?
I
have rope use.
You have rope use. I do think rope use specifically has a knot that you can tie that can come undone, but I think that is a separate knot from like the lasso that you would make to tighten a rope over something. That's more of like a lowering yourself down thing. So I think you can't.
It's
Would
fine,
you not be rolling perception with a disadvantage, no?
I was giving him penalties. I was giving him -4 for the rainstorm and -4 or something. -2 for the rain, -4 for the lighting. So.
Yeah, we call it here. We just leave.
All right. Pigeon bolts.
I bolt it. Yeah.
Nick, you're not sure what's going on the back end, but you've just taken a bunch of damage. You are at 10 out of 27 HP somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You got in a fight yesterday, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what you're expecting.
Well,
but no one comes to the gate.
Oh, that's what I was expecting. I sort of play dead for a bit.
Yeah. They leave you unconscious in the
eventually.
rain. Unconscious in the rain. You hear the whistles,
Eventually. Oh, okay.
Because the one whistle goes off, and then the guard near you blows his whistle as well. And that's the time for you to make your decision.
Oh, well, no, I'm waiting as the whistle goes.
Yeah, no, both the whistles go. 10 seconds pass. 20 seconds pass.
I'm trying to listen to what my guard is doing. I assume he's going to the other side of the wall.
This is great. Give me an eavesdrop check, please. With a penalty of 4 for the light rain. Fucking, you can't catch a break, bro. You can't catch a break. 14, you can't really hear what's happening up there. The rain.
I want to point out the futility of me spending so much time playing this stupid game, given my clear lack of affinity for it.
True.
Of rolling dice, at least.
But you've had so much fun.
I know.
It's like me playing StarCraft. I suck, but I love it.
I waited out. I guess I'm smart enough to assume that the rope's been seen, or the pigeon's been seen. I think eventually I'll open an eye and try and look for the light of the torches.
Not there.
All right, I think seeing that, I'm gonna stumble to my feet and sort of stumble back into the town.
All right, you get to your feet as you begin to stumble away.
Oh my god! Come on.
A shot in the dark with no torchlight. So penalties, -4, -3 to hit you with a crossbow.
Absolutely crazy.
And then +2 for back attack. -3 for lighting, +2 for back attack. No high ground. Oh, yes, missile attacks in the rain. There's not a clear modifier here, but there ought to be a penalty for shooting missile weapons in the rain. We're going to call it another one. And then
we had
bonus
weather
for
penalties in Fro.
Yeah, those were wind penalties, but I agree. There ought to be penalties for hazardous weather. This guard's level, what sort of guard is he? He only has a +1 to hit. So -3, +2, -1, +1. He rolls a natural 20. It's a modified 19. The guard hits you in the back with a crossbow. I think it's a critical hit.
Here. That's for sure.
Yep.
Light crossbow. 1d6 +1 damage. 2d6 +2 to you.
Is this just for pissing on the wall? It feels a bit much.
I don't think you can know what's in the guard's brain.
Well.
But this is the town where they boil people alive.
Yep.
And the guy was just kidnapped, and someone did just throw a rope on the wall, and Lemon might be here. I can't do this behind the screen. I have to do this in front of the screen. 2d6. You know what, Nick? Since you roll so poorly, Why don't you
don't
roll
do
your
this to
own
me.
damage?
I'll do it, but I know for a fact that I'm going to
Okay,
kill myself with
Mutin,
this
do you
roll.
want to do it?
No, let me do it. It's
All right.
poetic.
There we go.
Woo! 6 points of damage. You're at 4
Christ.
as you stumble. Don't we do
Well, at that
critical
point,
hit tables?
at that point, I quit with the stumbling and I run.
Right. Do we do critical hit tables in this campaign? I think we do.
Do we?
Do you
I
wanna,
don't know if we do.
Do you want to roll me a save and throw versus death?
I don't know that we've been doing this. I'll roll it, but I don't know that. Obviously, I'd fail it. I mean,
Okay. Mutin, roll me a d10.
You want low?
I don't think this one matters.
A 6.
Don't we need to do severity?
We do. A crossbow. The quarrel is small, but I think you use... I gotta see whether you use the quarrel or the weapon size on the critical hit table, because I can't remember. Because I don't think bows count as small weapons. Critical hits, critical hits, critical hits. Severity...
You're getting the classic right now, Nick.
Arrows and bolts fired from bows and crossbows are considered medium, even though they themselves are small. Heavy crossbows are large. Okay. Medium, that's the equal size. It's 2d4 on the severity.
Got it?
I got it. It's a 6 on the severity and a 6 on the location. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Piercing. Humanoid.
I've just been so completely and utterly
Unlucky.
destroyed.
Shield damage, torso struck, 2/3 movement, minor bleeding. You do indeed stumble into the city streets as the whistles continue occasionally, intermittently.
Okay.
Does the party have a rally point?
The hotel.
Our horses are at the hotel.
Ah. All right. We stumble back
I'm
to
gonna
the hotel.
try. Well, yeah. I mean, it's late at night. Maybe I can get in without being seen how wounded I am. I take a moment to try and clean myself up a little bit and not look like I've just been in a massive fight to the death.
Lucky
which I
for
haven't.
you, the rain washes away a lot of the blood, you know, and the wet nature allows you to sort of hunch. Whatever wounds are on your head, you might see like cuts, but it's not. Yeah, you can stumble into the inn.
It is good to be so lucky. All right, I go to my room.
You see me in the room.
They saw
Oh,
my
you're already
room?
back. You're already back, are you? You're fine.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't fire any crossbows at you or anything.
No, I got
Oh,
nothing.
that's great. Yeah, I don't know. That was fucked. I told you.
Yeah. Fuck Lemon, she's gone.
Well, I'm fucking dead. I mean, I need to stay here and get a doctor. Maybe we should wait and see what happens.
All right.
We wait the night.
I feel so unbelievably cooked. I wasn't even doing the mission.
Yeah.
I know. The bad luck comes for you so hard, and I tried to make everything as public as possible so that you would know I'm not just. It's not like a weird fetish that I have. It's honestly bad luck.
I've not seen enough evidence to dispel that theory. Just,
You're just lucky, man.
I mean, Mutin rolled 3 20s in a row.
you've rolled 2 18s and a 17 on all your attack rolls against me.
I have, and I don't know what to say about it.
I know.
Get good.
I rest up. You can see what Pigeon does. He can maybe try and save Lemon, but I get a doctor and I chill.
All right, you'll have to wait until the next morning to get a doctor. It's late. It's rainy.
Mm-hmm.
The weather does break the next day. The rain slows to a stop. It's overcast. It's a little humid, but otherwise it's fine. Pigeon, what would you like to do?
I'll go around and I'll look to see if Lemon's put into the kill chamber. But besides that, it's just going to be resting up.
Okay. Now,
I don't think we're going to try to get in there again.
you go out in the morning whenever you're, awake and rested and warm and dry to go check out that area. And sure enough, there's no one there. There's no Lemon. There's no cage. There's no celebration or anything. But you will see, as you're heading back to the hotel, a pair of guards walking around questioning people. And with your big old ears and your big old eyes, I'd like you to make me an eavesdrop check at -6 for the range and the noise and everything.
Can I give you a lip reading check?
Ooh, that. Yeah, give me a lip reading check. I'm sure you could position yourself that way. Perfect. You can see the guard's lips moving. And you can read the conversation enough to know that the guards are searching the city for anyone who might have seen anything about last night's break-in. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Anyone with injuries? Any outsiders that come through last night?
Got it.
Maybe a pigeon can dissuade me from getting a doctor.
Yeah, I'll go.
Hey, they're looking for people with injuries or who came in last night. We might want to get out of here.
I don't think anyone saw me.
But that...
I point to the crossbow shot.
If we leave, we're not going to find out what happened to Lemon.
I shrug.
We tried our best. I mean... you took an arrow for her.
What, you just want to leave?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she's done. Done for.
Well, we completely and utterly failed to exact any type of payback for this. We've just been fucked by everyone.
One
Pretty much.
minor setback. Yeah. But can you accept a loss? Is that even possible? Maybe you should jump the guards and kill them when they come to the inn.
I don't know what that would achieve.
No, I think we take the L here.
In all my years of playing D&D, I've never had a player take an L voluntarily before. I know this is not the end of your game. What are you going to do?
There's nothing to do.
We go home.
We've got no way. We've got no power. I mean, we could try and break her out when they try and put her in the cage.
Ah.
But I think that's just suicide, right?
Yeah. Just let her go.
It's just annoying to be so thoroughly disregarded and fucked by the pitman and have Shacklebrook no longer be an option and to get...
We can still send word to
process.
Shacklebrook. Ask him what the fuck's going on.
Maybe we should have gone with a note in the first place. I wanted to know what happened.
That's it.
The party packs up, heads out.
I think so.
You think
Get
we
on
get
your
caught if I
horses.
just stay in the room?
I do.
Okay.
You get on your horses, you get out of town. Maybe the kindly old woman in the new inn reports you, says these guys were here. Maybe they think nothing of it. Maybe your cover in the town is still fine. Maybe the old woman's like, hey, these people were suspicious. I don't know if you behaved suspiciously. I don't think you did. You flirted with her a little bit, but that's pretty par for the course. Certainly there's no suspicion on the two of you. It's probably fine. You head back to Stromheim.
Let's roll the town.
It's a 2-day journey. Oh, I'm sorry, a 1-day journey to Stromheim.
At least we made that 700 gold in gems.
That's right.
That's true. You did make bank on this. It's not a huge defeat.
No.
Quick encounter on the road check. 51.
Oh, still time for giant spiders. No?
No giant spiders. If you're on horseback, the threat that you would get with that roll it just is non-existent. All right. Back in the
XP?
city. Sure.
Yeah, when we get back to the city, I get a doctor. We need to check in on the state of Eraser, Sierra, and the captured guy.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Eraser's definitely found your note in his boot.
Yeah.
Bodkin is still a prisoner of yours. They put him in an unfinished section of the lair.
That guy's gonna join SEAL Team 6.
They blindfolded him, dragged him down there, shoved him into a room, and then come back and check on him every now and then.
Yeah, we gotta let him in.
Yeah.
He's cool. I mean, this is how we got in as well, if you remember.
That is, yeah.
So that's why Goat didn't work out, because he didn't get like fucked by those first.
You owe us. You got rid of Lemon. Now you gotta work with us.
Yeah. You come back, and Sierra is excited when he sees you. He comes up to you. He looks behind you. Did you get her?
She's dead, man.
We don't know. We didn't see her.
But she's not dead?
We didn't. She wasn't in the cage.
We couldn't find her. But I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Boys, I never thought I'd be this way.
She was dead, you idiot.
I never thought. I thought she was a toy. I thought she was a plaything. But these last 5 days,
no,
my heart has raced. I didn't realize it, but I think I love her.
Sierra, don't be talking crazy talk. That ain't true.
I think I do.
She's just a farm girl from the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
But she gets me. She gets me. She likes the same things as me. We play together the same way. She's
just like,
gorgeous.
Doing what she needs to do to get ahead.
Well, I gotta do the same thing. I gotta go get her. Where is she? Is she in Cauldron? Is she in the keep?
We gotta send a note to Shacklebrook and ask him.
What do you mean you don't know? You went after her. Surely you know that she's there.
We think it's Shacklebrook, but we didn't see her. We couldn't get anywhere near the keep.
I couldn't get in.
Look at me.
What?
He's on death's door, man.
They almost fucking killed me.
Oh, God, I didn't even notice.
We didn't even get over the wall.
How much loot do we have?
I tap Sierra on the back and say, let it go.
I'll give my entire share of our wealth to Shacklebrook to get Lemon back. Let me take my share.
That's his share.
Yeah, but we don't even know if he has him, man.
You're right. What's her face?
Sierra,
the woman in the grimy gremlin. She must know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Just give Luther some days with the doctor, you know.
But they could be doing anything to her. They could be hurting her.
You could go and ask.
I'm the only one that can hurt her.
She'll like that, man.
He starts pacing around the room.
Eraser, what's his situation?
He's actually kind of calm. And together, he's sitting on one of the chairs. He's got like a little chicken nugget in his hand that he's slowly munching on. And he's shaking his head at Sierra as Sierra like paces back and forth frantically in front of you guys.
I haven't got the mental capacity to deal with Sierra right now, so I tell him to like leave her, and then I like sort of tap on the back and walk past him. And I go and put myself down on the chair next to Eraser.
He shakes his head. That guy's a mess, man.
Can I have one? I say, reaching into the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, he tilts the bag in your direction.
Thanks, I'd take one.
That guy, man, ever since you've been gone, whew, he woke up.
Oh, yeah?
He woke up with we both woke up with a hella hangover, but he spent the last couple days freaking the fuck out. It's really weird to watch. I've never known Sierra to give two shits about anyone. You saw the way he murdered Goat? You saw the way he stabbed Percival? Fucking... This guy's cold. Insane.
You're looking better, though. You got your head back on?
There's nothing like having to take care of someone to end a good time.
Yeah. Well, we all rely on that brainy horse in there, and I sort of tap him on the side of the head.
Hey, I still think riding under the wagon's not a bad idea.
It's not.
I even went by the wall yesterday and kind of watched to see a little bit. I saw a couple carriages go in. They didn't check the underside. There was a wagon they did check the underside of, but there were some carriages they didn't. I don't know how they know which ones to check and not, but like that might actually be a way in.
Yeah, that's good. Listen, I think it's with everything that's been going on. I think Sierra's in a tough spot right now. You know him better than us. I think if we're going to get him out of this, then you've got to be the one to do it. If he goes down to Cauldron, he's going to get himself killed. He's not going to be able to... Either he does nothing and he sits there and watches her get steamed alive. That's not going to end well for him mentally. Or he does something stupid and gets himself killed on the wall. We've got to stop him from going down there.
I mean, I enjoy Lemon as much as the next person, if you know what I mean. But I don't think we should be throwing our lives away.
No, absolutely
I mean,
not. It's not even just that, you know. Like, also, it was the pitmen that did it. I guess they were just being paid by Shacklebrook. But we've got too much invested with them, you know. Our lair's here. They're building it for us.
Seriously.
We can't even get... We need to make sure that Sierra doesn't try and get revenge.
Yeah, that's a good point. We don't want to burn that bridge.
Yeah, and like, you know, further down the line, maybe we can get some, like, an apology for this, or some restitution perhaps, but only, you know, further down the line and when we've worked with them a bit more.
How did you guys know that she was involved with that it was the Shacklebrooks that took her? It's all sort of a blur.
I point to the Bodkin guy. He's down in the lair, right?
Yeah.
Like the kid, he said she was talking about Shacklebrook. How'd she know about that?
Yeah. Fuck. You think the Shacklebrooks? Because what's his face? The kid, he knew Lemon's name, right?
Yeah, he knew her name. What I don't get is, like, why go after Lemon when she's clearly a pawn? And you're the king, you know? We're the kings.
Maybe they only knew who... Maybe they're questioning her right now to get to us.
But Shacklebrook, you, us, we let slip our names. If they had Lemon's name, they would have had our names. They could have easily found us.
Huh. Do you think the kid's just in love with her and wants her to do it for reals?
What if it was like his family, you know? Like they seemed overly like the reason we targeted them is because his family was so concerned about his reputation, right?
Yeah. I can easily imagine one of his parents, his dad, or whoever's the head of their household going over the kid's head to do this.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, she wouldn't be in Cauldron, right? She'd be in the inner city. Or she'd just be dead, like she'd be in a gutter somewhere. Her body's probably...
It's a public display, right? Like all of his men will have seen what happened and he got kidnapped the next day. Like everyone was there in the town that night.
Yeah.
Everyone saw him with that girl. Like,
yeah,
it
was a public disappearance.
His dad's gonna make him kill her to show, like, you know, like that he's not to be fucked with. Even if he himself didn't want to go through with it. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe there's still an in there for us if we let this play out with him.
Yeah, because if we stop this, then they're still going to need their vengeance, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we let Lemon get got.
That's how she would have wanted to go out. Probably.
I mean, she had 2 con. Look at her. She was sickly anyways. She's going to die in any day.
That's true. She did have 3 con.
3 con.
She didn't have long left. But the thing, it's Sierra. He could do something stupid. He might attack the pitman.
God, he's going to do something stupid.
Shacklebrook, we need to calm him down.
Well, that's why I tried to say Lemon was dead.
I know, I fucked up. That's on me.
Goddamn, Pigeon, you're always full of good ideas. Why is it that we don't listen to you more?
I don't know.
I listen to him. I filter it. I've been listening to his ideas for a long time. You know, you only hear the good ones, Eraser.
Well, keep them coming. Huh.
We gotta do something about Sierra.
We gotta do something about Sierra.
I don't mean like that, I say. I just mean...
No!
We gotta calm him down, you know? We gotta keep him on the straight and narrow. Like, maybe we, like, lock him in for a few days. Like, maybe we let him kill Bodkin.
No, I like that kid.
I like him as well. Yeah, I like him too.
Maybe we let him do something stupid.
No.
Racer thinks slowly. You know, we have contact information for the young lord, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What if we write to him and we say, we know you've got Lemon. We're okay with that. But one of our dudes is having a real hard time and he'd like to say goodbye. No, that's...
It sounds like a trap.
What if we just write and ask when the execution is so that we can watch? You know, then Sierra gets to see it happen, and then, you know, we tell Sierra that we're going to plot revenge down the road, and we'll make it a big scheme, and we'll just keep pushing it off down the road a little bit, and then...
Oh, we can't do that. That's what we did with Percival. We just pushed it off till into the road until we had to push him off a cliff.
Fucking right.
Yeah. We've got to... Wait, it's the perfect idea. We've just got to find him a new girl. Right? He's a romantic. We get him to fall in love with somebody else. Like, we get him on a bender, so he forgets about it. And while he's on the bender, we find him a new girl.
Hear me out.
By the time he sobers up, he's in love.
A noble girl. That way we can get in to the inside, and he gets a new girl.
It's going to be a tough ask.
Maybe. I've never seen him in love before. You know, he's always sort of flitted from one entanglement to another. This is weird.
I don't even really believe in love, you know?
To be honest, I've never been in love. I don't get it.
Neither have I. I don't think it's a thing. I think he's just infatuated.
I think it's
he's
just
a romantic.
Story?
He's sitting there. He's writing poems all day. He's dressing up like, you know, I mean, he dresses like a girl. You know, he's got a girl's heart, you know? He's just dramatic. I'm sorry. Out of character, I'm sorry. That's just what Luther would think.
You're hardly heroes. We're playing bad people who are happy to let Lemon be executed for our crimes. It's
true.
Stay in character. Don't be soft, Nick. Luther's a hard
misogyny,
man.
Unacceptable. Letting someone boil alive, reasonable. Yeah, you know, he's got a soft heart.
He does.
We've got to toughen him up a bit. Let's.
Well,
I don't want to.
You're in no shape to do anything, right?
No, that's true. But the whole gnome dust thing kind of worked with you. I look at you. You seem like a new man.
I just got new problems, is all.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Like a fucking hole in my back.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, you put that big brain of yours to use, Eraser, and think of something to do with Sierra. I'm gonna get a kit. And I have a chicken nugget, and then I lie back and close my eyes.
He turns to Pigeon. Pigeon, buddy, what do you see with those big eyes?
Tell me, what do your big eyes
I see a lot of problems.
Amen. Amen. But you know, it's midway through May, June, July, August, September, October. It's only 5 months until the lair's done. We're halfway. Pretty good.
Not bad. And then the skeleton pit. That'll pick us up.
Yeah, and we got money. We're flush.
Yeah, we got another 700 gold.
Amazing.
We robbed a carriage, yeah.
He plants a big fat wet kiss on your forehead. Good job, guys.
And you
so
know,
proud
without
of
living,
you.
We're gonna save like 110 gold a year, a month.
I hadn't even thought about the savings.
That's a good point. Luther gets a slight smile as he tries to get to sleep.
You know, this might actually be working out pretty well for us.
Yeah.
I was always tired of her, like, sniffing. Those allergies, man, like, there ain't nothing worse than someone sniffing in your ear all day long.
The coughing. Ugh.
Yeah. You know, whenever she'd have a coffee with cream in it and she just, like, rip those nasty farts all the time. I know we all pretended it wasn't her, but, like, you know a lemon fart when you smell one.
Smells like lemons.
All right, I'm gonna
go. Sometimes you gotta walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can't take Sierra for a little walk. We'll try and talk it out, and hey, maybe we'll end up somewhere fun.
Good idea.
All right, you guys, you done good work. Take a load off.
See you later, boss.
I'll see you if we don't come back tonight. Don't worry about it. You know. But if we don't come back in a couple days, we're probably dead.
That would fix a lot of our problems, actually.
Roger. When they leave, I open my eyes and say to Pigeon, maybe this is all going to be okay.
Hey, I
Cut
think it's
to
all
black.
going to work out.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for Hardly Heroes. We'll be back next time.
Wait, no, experience though.
We should do
Oh,
XP.
experience. Right. That's legit.
So
Someone
I'm going
made
to level
that.
up.
Do you?
I'm 800 XP away, so I'm certain I'm going to level up.
Yeah, you hit it. You get
Okay.
700 for the gold.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they're still in gems, though.
So, today's events. So we did the grimy gremlin.
Yeah. We found out what happened pretty quickly, didn't we?
Yeah, but we had some interesting conversations with the people there,
Yeah.
and we read some lips on the things that other people were doing. Ooh, let me get a Muton and a Nick. We're gonna do 200 for that. The Fiona conversation and the Malchus conversation went all pretty well over there. Then we left the grimy gremlin. We had our plans. We talked to the guards. We went back. We got stuff. We left a note in the boot. Obviously, there was top-notch role-playing today. I think everyone killed it. I think everyone did really good on the RP. I think I did really good on the RP today. I think my I should get experience for erasers cocaine.
I'm worried
bin.
about your cocaine habit now at this point, or at least people in your life.
There's like this is practically. I'm sure there's some cocaine in my life somewhere that I'm not aware of, but like it's not a thing for me.
I thought it was pretty good, yeah.
Thank you. I was channeling my inner Gary Oldman from the Leon the Professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
be
actually, that's not
looking at
true.
ages.
I did fuck that up then. Yeah. Let's see. So Muton,
It
Nick,
was more like Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element.
it was a little just Gary Oldman in general.
Yeah.
Although technically that's like every emotion and state of being because
True.
he's amazing. It's always weird when I realize he's British. I never hear him with a British accent. I always assume he's American.
Like Christian Bale.
Like Christian Bale. Yep. It's always weird to hear him talk British. Okay. Guards, paid some guards, a little bit of bribery here. Got the horses. Carriage ride.
Oh, we got the horses back. So that's maintaining our 4.9
Yes.
for horse Uber.
Excellent. I do think we shell out money for horses, though, don't we? Or is that part of? Fuck it, it's monthly. I don't care.
Well, I think if they'd have died, we'd have to shell it out, but
Yeah.
it's only a little bit, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's only a little bit.
once
And
you
you're
get-
paying
once you get the
100
deposit back.
GP a month per person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll do fine. Okay, so the carriage. There's a little bit of combat. You fought one man with a rapier. That's not a lot of experience, but you did
I'm
get
the driver,
wealth.
the lasso.
He was never fighting you. He was running.
Oh.
There's no experience for him. But the wealth, you got, what was it, 20 gold from the woman and a bag of 50, so that was 70 gold.
Yep.
Yeah, 70
and-
gold, 10 gold of necklace, and like, what was it, 1,300 of zircons?
17 times 50, right? So that's, 35.
850.
Yeah. Plus, yeah, that was it.
850 gold.
Yeah, thank you, 850.
Yeah, so maybe like 900 in total. No, 950 in total.
It was 10 for the necklace, and what were the rings? Oh, you
You
failed
didn't
the...
say.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like how you just round up to 950 real quick. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Someone's
Well, I
good
don't
with
know how much the
numbers.
rings are.
Yeah. Someone's used to just rounding up on client reports.
Sure. Yeah. It's up about 10%.
About, 5.1. You just round up.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, it did 0.5 on the first day, so we'll call that 1.
Yeah.
It did 0.5 on the second day, we'll call that 2. We'll call that 1.
So that is this. Right about 2 is 9. Okay, so that's 9. 10, 11. That's going to be 1,600. No. Wait. Plus there was the eavesdrop over here. Not the eavesdrop. There was the, okay, we're going to do that for that. Yeah, we're each going to bring home a cool 1,900.
Oh, shit. All right.
Most of that is wealth and then some good thief skills, some solid role playing.
I'll take $2,000.
Yeah. Because of your
Oh yeah.
10% bonus. What is the next level up? What's level 8 XP wise, Neil? Is it 96? 100?
Thief rebuild. I'm looking for it. Level 8 is 84. You're going from 48 to 84.
Sheesh.
Okay, 84,000. All right, what do I get at level 8?
You get a
You mean level 7?
Sorry, level 7, yeah.
you get a +1 to hit.
Oh, sick.
You get points to your thief stats.
Yeah.
And
HP.
Yeah.
Is it 10 points or 5 points?
It is 10 points. No more than half in any given one.
10 points. Let's see. What do I want to go with here? Probably want to put 4 points in climb. Take me to 15. And I'm going to do another 5 points in eavesdrop. Take me to a 12. And 1 into move silently.
Okay.
Just got a 14.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
that's good. And then I'm going to roll D8. It's D8, right?
Yep.
It's D8. Okay. Wait, do you
Yeah,
want to burn
just-
any rolls or are you just doing it?
No, surely I've burnt enough fucking dogs rolls by now. I'm on 27 at the moment at level 7. So how's that for average?
You mean 6? 'Cause you
divided
haven't
by
done it
That's
six.
yet.
four and a
sorry,
half. That's
27
actually
divided by
dead
6.
average.
Yeah, I'm on dead average right now. So
Okay.
let's see.
8.
The most important roll of the session.
You
That's actually
get.
the most
All
important
coming
one.
up good.
You know what? That makes it fine. That makes
It
it
kind of
fine.
does, yeah. It kind of does.
You're
You're
at
35 now.
35.
Not
Pigeon's
bad.
at 40.
Holy shit.
Right. And Pigeon, you're the same level
Yeah.
with no con bonus either. Wow, you just rolled really well on HP this whole time.
I'm just killing it.
Wow. All right, party. Did you add a +1 to hit, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, saving throw. I don't think the saving throws go up, but I'm going to double check. No, they don't go up until 9. They should be
Okay.
12, 12, 11, 15, 13 for both of you.
Oh, no, mine's not that.
No, mine's 13, 14, 12, 16, 15.
Those
what
are
mine
level
is
1
as well.
saving throws, bros. Those should have gone up at
Oh.
level 5.
Oh,
So what
shit,
should they
okay.
be?
12, 12, 11, 15, 13.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
That's pretty-
Huge.
that is huge.
That's
Okay,
actually
cool.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe we were like 3 levels behind on that.
Oh, I still
Yeah,
failed
what
my
are you
death
gonna
save. I rolled an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Cool. So they don't make a difference, but they're huge.
No. Yeah.
But there you go.
All right. All right. Good
All right.
session.
That's
We'll
it.
be playing again soon.